right. We are appropriately live. So, as usual, welcome again and to everyone. Thank you for joining us for another Scape Games Presents a 5th edition D&D homebrew based in the Forgotten Realms. Specifically throughout the region of the Vast, with Ravens Bluff, the fabled city of adventurers, as our party's home base. Tonight, the Reichlinmir Security crew invites you to join in on our side campaign sessions, Wednesday 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, during those days when we don't have the full complement of the Arachnophobia crew. Come in, comment, heckle, and use channel points to affect the outcomes of the game. For those watching this after the fact, make sure to like, subscribe, rumble, whatever's appropriate for the medium in which you found us on, and of course, if you're subscribed here on Twitch, we very much do appreciate the support. One other final note, we are looking to start up some technical trials for a Battletech campaign. The first phase of this will be relearning the rules after a few decades away from the game. That actually just started up yesterday and will run every other week. If you're interested in the Battletech game and want to help out by running some mechs, we are looking for players to try some things out with us. Tonight, we continue our adventure with Reichlinmir Securities with Episode 2, Problem Pirates. Kristen, would you care to recap?
Let's see. We were given a job, tracked down some chalk, did a little investigating, little shopping, and some light distracting, at least me and Itai did, while some of our other crew, against our knowledge, laid out the workings of an ambush, and then some stuff broke out. One guy's dead. 4 people are asleep, and havoc on the deck.
All right, that sounds about spot on for what is it, a couple months worth of being on the main campaign now?
Time is a weird soup,
isn't it? Especially with the main campaign being like a year and a half in the future of this.
Mm-hmm.
That said, I do believe we are on top of round 2. Did you guys want any time to strategize before we hop into that?
Yeah, don't hit the guys who were asleep, obviously.
Big raccoon bites pirate guys. Little raccoon stays far away.
I'm
thought you
planning
said
on.
big raccoon bites pirate guy's little raccoon, and I was about to say that's a name for it.
I'm probably going to go after Bandit 7 and see if I can't knock him down because the others are asleep. Or I will try to keep the bandit captain from waking up his friends.
I will use my spirit tail and hope I get something helpful to us.
And I will try to keep you all alive as is needed.
Good luck. Let's begin.
I
Right.
don't like that was the taunt.
Time to get violent.
All right. So starting off with the bandit captain, he is still awake, so he will actually try to get rid of the giant raccoon because it just showing up kind of freaked him out. So he has multi-attack, 3 attack, 2 with the scimitar, 1 with the dagger, going in with the first scimitar. Big old whiff, obviously taken aback. Scimitar swing number 2. Does land a hit for a total of 5 points.
Ow.
Looks like that is causing that to die. Is that accurate, Chip?
That seems incorrect, but I don't recall what the actual hit point total is.
Looks like we had that set with hit points of 5. Let's take another quick peek at
That's,
Beast of the Land.
That's the spell summon beast, or it's an animal companion type deal.
I feel like that's really low HP for a summon of any kind.
Yeah, for
I mean, we
for
are
summon.
low level, but I agree.
Okay.
Okay, what ability did you use to
It was Summon Beast.
Okay.
Which is in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
right?
Second level spell, so it would have had 30 HP.
Okay, that sounds
okay.
much more appropriate.
Yes.
Yeah.
We probably just had basic raccoon in there. What's
That's
the
probably.
AC on that guy?
13.
13, okay. That looks good. Stats of 14, 14, 15, 8, 14, 11.
No.
Okay, let's fix that. What do we got?
18, 11, 16, 4, 14, 5.
Not 41. Come on. And 5. All right. Any saving throw bonuses?
No.
Skills, damage, vulnerabilities, any of that kind of wonky stuff?
No.
Dark vision?
60 feet.
Okay. Passive perception?
12.
Perfect. Languages, understands the languages you speak?
Yep.
Proficiency bonus 2?
Would be my bonus, so yeah, right now 2.
Okay. We've got charge, primal bond, and maul.
It's got multi-attack.
Attack. Okay. And how many attacks does that give? Claw, bite?
Equal to half the spell's level rounded down. So this would be a 2. It only gets 1 right now.
2 attacks. Okay. And is that a maul?
Wait,
or
hold
a
on. I
claw?
think I might be on the wrong page. Let me
Okay.
check that again. So, I don't have the official book on me, and that seems to be a kind of sketchy site.
Website
So-
sketchy? No.
Yeah. Hold, please. Come back to me. Let me see if I can find the book.
Okay. Either which way, as long as it's 30, he is not dead. Let's get rid of that unconscious and prone effect. And we will kick back to the bandit captain going in with the dagger now that he's made a successful scimitar attack. Hit with a 19. Pokey with the dagger. For another 4. Let me double check that dagger because that's got 2 different doodly-doos. Okay, that's just ranged. Perfect. So, a little shocked at the big raccoon being there. Lashes out with that first scimitar attack, missing, and then steals himself, coming in with the scimitar and dagger, landing successful hits. That will bring us to Itai.
All right. So, first order of business, going to use Tales from Beyond.
All right, that'll be a first, I believe. So go ahead and read off that.
Yeah. Okay. You reach out to spirits who tell their tales through you. While you are holding your spiritual focus, in this case, flashcards. Sounds dumb saying it. You can use a bonus action to expend 1 use of your bardic inspiration
The answer is
and
4.
roll on the spirit tales table using your bardic inspiration die to determine the tale the spirits direct you to tell. You retain the tale in mind until you bestow the tale's effect or you finish a short or long rest. Then, depending on whether it's who it targets, I can choose a target as an action.
Okay.
As an action, choose a target within 30 feet of you, can be you, to be the target's effect. And then it's used up until I roll it again.
All right.
I can only retain 1 of these at a time. And I have to re-roll to replace it if I don't use it.
Okay.
So,
Good. So
Pretty
it sounds
simple.
like
So now-
go ahead and roll your bardic inspiration die.
yes. This should be automatic. I don't know why it's rolling a D12. I don't think my bardic inspiration is supposed to be a D12.
Neither do I. I think it's just rolling based on the table.
It
So
must
just
be.
pick up your regular bardic inspiration type and toss that.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that must be it because I'm. Pick up a D8. Okay, so why did it? That nope, that's a D12 again. Let me try this one more time. I gotta drop the 8, right? Yes.
There
Or
we
is
go.
it a D6? I don't even know anymore.
It's a D6.
Yeah, I'm trying to read the instructions on the Spirit Tales chart, and it's not being very clear.
You probably have a separate ability for Bardic Inspiration and for the Spirit Tales.
Well, it says to place this here, but well, no, it rolled us 1 this time, so that's a correct roll.
All right.
Tale of the clever animal. For the next 10 minutes, whenever the target makes an intelligence, a wisdom, or a charisma check, the target can roll an extra die immediately after rolling the d20 and add the extra die's number to the check. The extra die is the same type as your bardic inspiration die.
That's not bad.
Whoever I put
Was
this
this-
on gets a d6 for every one of their intelligence, wisdom, and charisma checks for 10 minutes.
Not everyone. The target can... Oh, no. For the next 10 minutes. Yeah, that is every.
Yeah, whoever
That's
I
not
put
bad.
it on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So who am I going to put this on?
Also, can this be a tale about a raccoon?
Intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check. I assume spells aren't checks, they're attacks, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, unless it's a counter spell, but we don't have access to that.
Who would benefit from having, who's gonna make most likely to make intelligence, wisdom, or charisma checks?
The question is, who's going to be the worst at them?
That's a good point.
I am not very smart as a big dinosaur lizard.
Tonight on Dr. Phil, making confessions in the real world of D&D.
Yeah.
Orguk presented.
It's like,
You know
it's
what?
like
We're all deep in the fray. I think it'd be best to drop this on Chip, because he's not in the fray, so he'd be the most likely to make any of those checks.
Okay.
So I'm gonna drop it on Chip.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was only half paying attention. What did you?
You're
me.
getting my spirit tale of the clever animal, basically for the next 10 minutes or until I drop it, because it's not concentration, which is neat. You get to roll a d6 every time you roll intelligence, wisdom, or charisma checks after rolling your d20. You basically get a free inspiration die for those checks for the next 10 minutes.
Cool. Tale of the clever raccoon. Thank you.
It's canon now.
And if I recall correctly, you said you're holding a spiritual focus. What focus are you holding?
I am holding a deck of flashcards. The flashcards each have a painting of a hero or a significant figure, their name, and a very, very brief description of them.
And so when you pull this
nothing
flashcard
else.
for this tale, what comes up?
Well, considering this is the clever animal, when I randomly shuffle the deck and draw the card, I draw out what is essentially appears to be a fox, like the image of a fox, trying to jump at something in a tree. What was that old story of the... yes. Trying to jump and grab grapes. Isn't that the story? The fox and the grapes?
That is a good question. I've not heard that one.
Oh, it's the one where the fox keeps trying to grab the grapes and eventually he gives up and he's like, all this work for sour grapes.
Yeah,
I know the fox and the hound. I don't know anything about a fox and grapes.
I know
it's
it does
a
get the
fable.
grapes.
It's one of Aesop's fables. That is correct.
Okay, so basically, yeah, it's a picture of a fox trying to jump at some grapes in a tree and failing. Go with a simple fable there.
Cool. So that...
And of course it says, we're going to change it from grape, the fox in the grape, or the fox in the apples. And it's an apples in the tree. And I start going a very brief description about, yes, and the fox tried so hard to catch the apple, and then he realized the apple is in his heart, and he walked away.
I'm mortally offended that this is not a raccoon story.
I was thinking of making it a raccoon story, but that seemed a little too obvious.
But Chip, you are slightly enamored by the fact that he's telling this story in the middle of combat, and you feel an additional bit of mental acuity fall upon you.
And Chip's just kind of standing in the back, clapping his hands together, like an excited little child.
All right. I'm assuming that takes your action.
Yes, the
you have to
action
choose a
was to
target.
bestow it, so that's my entire turn.
Okay, no movement and or bonus action.
Bonus action was to use the inspiration to get it.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's the whole turn. I was hoping I would have gotten something more practical, but RNG,
I mean, that's very
baby.
on brand for your characters, so
RNG.
take the wheel, RN Jesus.
For the power
Pretty
of
much.
gambling.
All right, that is going to bring us to Bandit 6, who I believe is asleep based on that.
Nap time.
Yeah. So he is asleep for the next roughly minute.
Yep.
Okay, yep, it's got the turn counter on there. Beautiful. Scoot that to Bandit Captain 4. He is asleep. Bandit 7
He's
is
awake.
not asleep. So he will come in attacking at the gnome with a singular scimitar attack.
A gnome.
You're a gnome, aren't you? Or an elf?
No, I'm a Shatterkai.
You look like an elf. Maybe a gnome.
I mean, Shadar-kai are elves of a type.
I was about to say, that sounds like some real Draho level racism going on there.
I'm just looking at the picture.
That may have
It's kind
influenced
of
my
squished
choice.
in a bit.
Shatterkai aren't really elves. Like Drow.
But he goes in with that scimitar and it just kind of bangs off your armor. Bringing us to Orguk. Orguk, son of Orguk the Fourth.
He takes a deep breath. Blood is on the salty air, and he noticed that his prey has stopped paying attention to him. He ought to teach them the error of their ways. He steps over the unconscious bandits or pirates. They are of no interest to him. They provide no quarry. And with blood dripping from one of his claws, he brings it in a wide arc to rake across the pirate seven's back.
All right, go ahead and make that roll.
I'm gonna make my first attack.
That connects.
Nice.
Very good. Yeah, and then do my damage.
For 5.
Now,
that laceration rips open through his armor, and you see blood starting to trickle down his back as he squeals out in a bit of pain while looking at Kristen.
Have you forgotten your opponent? And he comes in with the other claw and rakes across his back again.
Okay. And he starts to kind of turn towards you as you critical him.
Oh yeah. All right. That is not what I meant to do. I meant to do
okay.
damage. Ooh. First die is a max damage.
That works.
And the critical is not max damage.
I mean, the first attack exceeded his hit points by 3, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as he turns back to you, how does that go down?
All right. So he brings so he rakes his back, catching his attention, and then as he turns around, Orguk brings 2 of his claws together, folding the others into his palm, and he slits the pirate's throat. The pirate spins off and falls to the ground, leaving a pool of sanguine ichor underneath the bed.
As that fall happens, you hear kind of that burbly sputtering of him attempting to gasp for breath.
You don't breathe through the hole in the neck.
Yeah.
Work.
Or Orguk is starting to drool now. Is thick and stringy and splattering the ground underneath of him. But I think now's a good time to end my turn.
Okay. That'll bring us to Bandit 2, who is awake. Having seen that happen, he is going to scoot up here and attempt to poke Kristen from an above advantage. That was so almost a 20. But evidently that height advantage did nothing for him as he slams his scimitar into the wood. Bringing us to Kristen.
Well, I don't appreciate that very much. But I have a friend who's in the fray, so I'm not going to let him go just yet. If I attacked the guy who's above me, would it have a slight penalty?
Would not. So they are still technically adjacent. He's just like half a flight above you.
Okay. And he hasn't been hurt yet, has he?
No, he has not.
Okay. Let's fix that. So I am going to hold up my axe, which has a holy symbol on the pommel, and I'm going to summon a spiritual weapon in the square to my up and right.
All right. Let's see if there is
And
a doodly bot for that in our newest update stuffs.
and it's in the shape of a crescent moon, kind of like my axe blade.
Nope, does not look like it. So let's see, axe. Drop that on there.
Okay. So it's actually to the right. Yeah, there we go.
Right here.
No, to the right of
Okay.
Bandit. Yeah,
Perfect.
there we go.
Okay.
Okay, and with the same action I summon it with, I'm going to have it attack by just kind of spinning. And it's going to just try to tear into Bandit 2 there.
Okay. You see that he's getting this slightly shocked look.
Mm-hmm. All right, and that is not likely to hit him. So that is a actions. Actually, I should probably roll this in the thing here.
Okay.
So, okay, so I have the spell here.
Mhm.
How do I make it attack?
So if you are on your actions with the spell, on the far right, it should have the magnifying glass.
Yes.
And then provided that you are selected on the bad guy.
I see it. Okay.
Huzzah! With a 22.
Okay. Sorry, I still not sure how to select people.
So you
didn't actually
initially
attack.
click on yourself to highlight yourself. And then you're going to control left click on the bandit, but I've already done that for you.
Okay, cool. All right. So I think if that's a hit.
That it is. Very much so.
Okay.
All right, 9 damage as that crescent axe comes spinning into his side. He attempts to deflect it with his offhand dagger, but to no avail. It just spins around it and guts into his side. He is not looking very pretty.
Okay, and as my action, because that's a bonus action, I believe. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna swipe at him with my battle axe, which is in my hand.
All right.
So I'll just roll an attack. He would be the same as what has my hand axe there anyway. So let's see. Okay, so there we go. Okay.
All right, 13 is still a hit.
Okay, so that actually should be again a battle axe. I don't know why it's not in the inventory, but 8 damage.
8 damage. That is bandit 2.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and describe how he goes down.
Okay, so as he's just torn to pieces by my spiritual weapon, I'm like, "What are you, obsessed with me or something?" And I swat his what's left of his legs off.
All right.
And then he falls down and like hits his head on the rigging.
No rigging there. That's the
On
main
the
wheel?
on the wheel.
Okay. You feel the boat attempt to list out towards the sea. Thankfully, it's moored. All right, and drop him to 11 and remove him.
Yay! We did the thing.
You did. Any movement?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I don't want to invoke opportunity attack from the captain.
Okay. That will bring us to Chip and the Beast of the Land, Giant Raccoon.
Also,
Okay.
don't think I know what you're doing.
So, Giant Raccoon is going to attempt to grapple the bandit captain.
Okay. Let's see.
And I'm not sure if I can roll that or if you need to do it.
Don't think there's an
Okay.
option for me to give you direct control of it, which is
Okay.
slightly annoying. Okay, let's Google that real quick. Giving control of NPCs and FGU. Add the NPC to the combat tracker, make them allies, place the token, drag the shield selection button thing from the combat tracker to the player icon sheet. Oop. Did that do anything?
Sheet popped up.
Haha.
Now, it still doesn't have a skills section, so I don't know how to grapple with that.
That is true.
I guess that would just be a straight strength roll plus proficiency if it's proficient.
Well, let's see. I don't think it has any skills.
It does not.
So open that up. Yep, no skills, so non-proficient.
Okay. So just straight up strength roll.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, 21.
Okay. Let me double check grappling rules because it's been a hot minute and I keep thinking of 2E rules, which are giant mess. Need a free hand to grapple. It takes place of an attack. It counts as the attack for saving spells. You can't grapple with creatures bigger than you. You roll contested ability checks instead of aiming for armor. Alright. So it's on the captain.
Yeah, I believe the defender can choose athletics or acrobatics.
Correct. So he's going to go athletics because he's athletic. That is a 7. He will fail. He is currently grappled.
Okay.
Escaping a grapple requires an action.
Roll for rabies.
Very soon, I'm sure.
So that's all the raccoon can do for the moment.
Okay. That does make his speed is 0.
Yes.
So let's go with effects and see if there's a grappled condition. There is. Fantabulous. Bandit Captain, grappled. So if it seems to do anything weird, we'll know. But essentially, grappled creature's speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonuses to its speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. It also ends in if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler or the grappling effect, such as when a creature is hurled away by the Thunderwave spell, and or escapes the grapple. So if you've succeeded on a grapple, the creature uses an action in its turn to escape that triggers another contested ability check. Does not make it so that he cannot attack, though. He's just in a cuddle puddle. All right.
All right. So that'll be the raccoon's turn.
Mhm.
Then for Chip's turn, he's going to. Let's see. Bandit 4 is unconscious.
Yes.
5, 6, 4, and 3. Yep.
Okay,
Everybody
so the
but
only one
captain.
that's awake is the captain. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So Chip is going to then run up here next to the raccoon spirit, and he's going to use Primal Savagery.
Okay.
It's a cantrip from Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
Mhm.
Yes,
Um,
it is.
One action. It's cast on yourself. You channel primal magic to cause your teeth or fingernails to sharpen. Ready to deliver a corrosive attack. Make a melee spell attack against one creature within 5 feet of you. On a hit, it takes 1d10 acid damage. After you make the attack, your teeth or fingernails return to normal.
All right. Beastly.
He's gonna run up there and chitter at the bandit captain and then try to bite him.
Okay. Commence with the rabies attack. We're not targeted, so let's see. That will hit. You are now
All right.
targeted.
Yeah.
10 damage. He is looking mildly displeased.
Put on that fan.
But he does also have this massive shocked
Fair.
look as the raccoon is holding onto him. You very much get the feeling that he is not used to animals, and not used to animals being this close in proximity.
And not used to his men just falling asleep on the job.
Yep. Well, I mean, he's a pirate. He's kind of used to that.
Okay, I believe that is all I can do at the moment.
All right. Oddly, I just heard a doorbell, and the missus isn't home. So we're going to pop to an intermission for the moment, and I'll be right back. There we go. And we're back. Evidently the missus is fattening me up with pizza tonight. Fantabulous.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. That was the end of Chip's turn, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Brings us to Bandit 3, who is asleep, Bandit 5, who is asleep, and then back to the top of the round.
Raffle Capper.
Yep. So let's test this out and see if this works out nicely.
The captain,
Whoa.
how terrible is that? Like, is it bad?
No, I wasn't expecting it. That's all.
The captain is kind of there with his arms up, drops his weapons. That's definitely enough. Please, take it away. Take it away. I'll give you whatever information you want. I don't want rabies. Take the little one and the big one and scoot them back, please.
Victory?
All right, so Chip just kind of continues chittering at him, but the big raccoon lets go and they kind of step away.
Insight check.
I mean, it doesn't
Why
matter.
would
Chip
he
believes
lie?
him.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
21.
why would he lie?
21. He is not lying. He has... You feel that he is deathly afraid of weird wild animals.
Okay. Like, someone get his weapons. As I hold my axe blade up to him.
They are at his feet, between him and the raccoon, on the floor.
Yep, someone just pick those up.
In which case,
I
if,
will pick those up.
if the fighting is over, Orguk is going to move over to the corpse he created, and he's going to start feasting.
And, so if nobody else is going to do it, Chip will kind of like reach down and scoop up all the weapons as much as he can. And then
No,
he's
I
gonna-
was gonna pick them up as soon as he dropped them because I'm not gonna.
Yeah, also disarm his crew.
Okay, you guys collect all the weapons.
That's only gonna last a minute.
Okay, so then Chip and the raccoon back up.
Also, is the only one who took damage your summoned raccoon?
I think so.
Looks like it.
Amazing.
Alright.
Just I can't move the token, but I have the character sheet at least.
Gotcha.
So
I say we leave. Well, unfortunately, I'm the charisma in the party, but
Yeah, you're the face.
fortunate that
who made that
gotta
decision?
play a character that actually has charisma. No more of this 8 charisma business I've been getting away with.
Hey, you chose your character.
I wasn't looking at stats. I was looking at fun.
So, mates, what is it that Captain Harrison can do for you?
Now, Kadra, I know this is going to sound awful. What were we here for again?
Talk.
Yep. So your guys' mission is to find missing shipments of gem-infused chalks.
Oh, right. So I'm going to say, as I take all their weapons and sort of bundle them together and set them like way back here, up on top of that little half step thing behind us, so it's harder for anyone to grab them.
Sure.
And then I'm going to say, we're here looking for some gem-infused chalks that went missing.
Oh, right, those. We were hired, tasked, if you would, to collect and bring in shipments of those. Nothing unsavory about it. We were paid, and we picked them up. We dropped them off at a warehouse.
Where's the warehouse you dropped them off at?
That warehouse. Let's see. Oh, I'm having trouble remembering. It's definitely here in Crow's End. Can you have the records back up just a little bit more, too?
What?
Can you have the raccoons just back up a little bit? They're freaking me out, man.
They're back as far as they're comfortable moving from you. but
Again, insight check.
They're very twitchy, so don't get crazy with your movement.
17.
No, he definitely seems freaked out. Like, he does not like the whole animal thing near him. Like, you could see him kind of indistinctly scratching at various different places, like, as if he thinks fleas are on him.
Yeah, he's phobic.
Chip. Just a little more.
Uh,
Yeah.
Hey,
Meanwhile,
we'll-
you eating
we'll-
the corpse of his crewmate,
yeah,
just
right next to him, right next to his friends who are still asleep.
Yeah, nope, blood and the desecration of corpses. He's totally kosher with animal stuff. Animals.
I'm pretty close.
land mammals on the show. Yes.
Do have an idea. Once we get the info from him, give me an excuse to use my charisma skills.
Let's see.
Let me know when we've got info from him, because I know you're probably looking for the directions.
Oh no, I know right where it's at. Thank you for backing those up. That's weird, and they can hop right off the ship if you want. That would be great. But you're looking for the Whale's Tail warehouse. It's over in Crow's End. We'll give you a rough kind of directional to it.
Gotcha. Next, I am going to say, I don't know if you realize this, but sometimes I think the little one might have had a disease.
Oh God, are you serious?
But I'm used to this happening, so I happen to have a magical candle with me. Burn this in your cabin for about an hour. Once it burns down, should remove any ill effects caused by the animals. I can let it part for 2 gold.
Done.
It's my
Done. And he
Awesome.
pulls out a small sack of gold and hands it to you.
awesome. I am down 1 regular candle. He has made me 2 gold richer.
Well, if that's all, sorry for troubling you guys today. Please have fun at the warehouse.
You have a great day.
Yep.
I'm going. Orguk is as his rage secedes. He looks up with the gorge dripping from his jaws.
The captain looks over to you, all of that bloody mess. Do you need a doggy bag?
I'm good. This is not going to be fresh for much longer. Do you mind if we were to search your hold?
My home?
Hold.
Certainly. I don't have any shipments of anything aboard currently.
Alright. In which case I am going to go...
Can Chip insight that? Because he was down in the hold before. He knows there are crates down there.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna insight that too. Oh, I believe. It's
I
light so
believe
far.
anything you say, nefarious pirate man. You seem trustworthy.
Okay. Insight.
Oh, I am going to grab any gold that happened to be on that
22.
guy's corpse.
Yep, so there were crates down there, but they were filled with nonsensical garbage. Nothing of actual value.
Fair enough. Then I will say to him, well, you have a fantastic rest of your night. Hopefully we never have to see you again.
He looks over towards Chip and the giant raccoon. I agree. We'll be pulling out of port soon.
Out
You
of
guys have a
curiosity,
wonderful day.
the captain's weapons in particular. What do you have?
Scimitar and a dagger.
Do they look exceptional or just like worn.
They
pirate.
they look like normal pirate fare, so slightly chipped up, rather jagged.
Gotcha.
Nothing super fantastic though.
Yeah, I left all the weapons bundled up right next to the wheels, so
Right. No, I was just. That's right.
just so that Kadro knows where I left their weapons for him.
Okay.
I thought about throwing them overboard, but that seems just a little bit too rude.
Not to me, but but I'm not going to.
You certainly could.
Nah, he was nice enough to buy the candle. I think I've scammed him enough.
He would have paid more.
I'm sure he would have, but I didn't want to make it so unrealistic.
Oh yeah. Also, since the rage is gone, Orguk's muscles start to like pulsate as his claws go back into his fingers,
Oh, and
and
go ahead.
he returns to his relatively normal state.
All right.
I'm gonna just, if they have coin purses, off of the 2 corpses. They're not gonna need these anymore.
They do. You get 50 copper and 25 silver between them.
Okay. For our trouble.
Oh, well, of course, of course.
Did you see my chat, by the way, Kadro?
I did not.
It's on Zoom, not
That was
Discord.
Let's see if I can get to that. Got this room.
Have Zoom on. That stuff stays minimized.
Yeah, I can do that. Let me turn that back on.
You want me to say, where's
Yes.
Padme? Is she safe? Is she all right?
Not quite the cadence I was looking for, but it works.
I will turn that off and then get this slid back over correctly.
Okay, so I think we'll leave the boat.
Shall we hunt this warehouse?
I mean,
Is it a dangerous foe?
the warehouse is a building like the one we sleep in.
Do you see this as we're walking off the ship?
No, I waited till we're off the ship. I'm not about to tell the pirates where.
No,
we're
I
leaving.
asked Orguk.
I'm asking it whenever we're leaving.
Okay, because if we're still at least within earshot of the ship, I'm like, I certainly hope so. That last fight was so disappointing.
No. It was
Just to throw
As-
salt on the wounds.
As we're leaving, Chip and the giant raccoon get up and just kind of wave at the captain, and then they chitter and run down the ramp.
Blessings of the moon goddess upon you.
the meat tasted slightly of rum.
Good or
Pirate.
bad?
And once everyone else is off the boat, I'll be the last one off.
All right.
Because I don't. I'm not going to say anything as I leave. I'm just going to start shuffling through my cards.
Well, I think that went well.
Yeah. Are we going to head straight to the dock or the warehouse?
We should
You
head
guys wanna
straight
head
to the
straight
warehouse.
We still have the cover of night, so we might as well.
We are at the dock, which means we're close to the warehouse that Reichlinmir Securities is. We should probably take a short rest before we head to the warehouse.
You certainly can.
Only
have no
because
reason
I'd like to get
but-
some bardic inspiration back.
At
I
least
know
we
I'm
could-
going to.
At least we can strategize. So,
Yeah. I would like the short rest just for my bardic inspiration and nothing else.
You only used one of them, right?
No, I'm down 2.
Okay.
because he used one for me, and then he used one to use his ability.
Yeah.
I think we're still in a pretty good condition to do one more fight.
Oh, wait, no, it says finish a long rest. I always thought it was short or long rest. Is it only on long rests?
Let's consult the rulebook.
Let me double check that. 'cause
Consult
if
the
it's
Book
only
of
on long-
Armaments.
If it's only long rests, then there's no sense taking a short rest.
Yeah.
Because I would gain nothing back from it.
And
Yeah, I'm all for pushing forward.
Long rests. Yeah.
Okay, then let's just keep going. I was
If we-
just trying to get it back if I could, but if it's not going to come back, then there's no sense short resting.
If we wait
Okay.
too long, the goods might end up slipping out of our grasp.
That too.
You
Okay,
said the
yeah.
goods? Oh, the goods. Okay.
Actually, feel free to take a short rest, because while it looks like I have the map loaded, the actual encounter is not. So this will take just a minute.
Yeah, but I mean, in game, we're not taking a short rest. We're heading straight there.
In real life, yes.
Yeah.
In real life, I've never played a bard before, so I am learning this as I go. It's one
Yeah.
of like 3 classes I've never actually played in D&D 5e.
I've played
Never properly
played before, but it's been a while. And when we ended, I was much higher level. So
do say I got all except 1 spell slot left, so we're at least good there. What did I
How
use
far
a-
away are we from the warehouse?
That's a good question.
Helps if I have my mic on. Not terribly far, which is one of the reasons why they're pulled into this particular slip.
Got it. Okay, so I still have plenty of time left on my giant raccoon.
How long does it last?
An hour?
Oh yeah.
Orguk, do you have was it primal senses yet?
I do.
Okay, so I don't need to give this to you. It's a danger sense, that's it.
I think.
Yeah, it should be second level.
I think I took danger sense instead of that.
Danger sense is just you get advantage on your initiative, right?
No, it is. I get advantage on deck saves that I from sources.
Oh, Feral Instinct, you don't have that yet. Okay, so I'm going to give my Vigilant Blessing to you.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, kind.
Yes, so now you have advantage on your next initiative roll.
Ooh,
Because
I like this.
it's very good for you to go first.
Oh,
Tie up as
I
many
didn't
things
know
as I-
this. I'm rereading Tales from Beyond. I don't have to use my action to immediately give whatever I roll up. I can hold on to it until a short or long rest or I re-roll. So I didn't have to use that on you, which means I can use my last bardic die to prepare one now and have it ready to give to anyone during combat.
I would say, would it take us more than 10 minutes to get there?
Probably about a half an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're close, but not that close.
I'm gonna roll it again and use up that last inspiration and hold on to whatever I get.
All right.
Because I think you all are well built enough that you don't need an extra D6 on your attacks.
Probably
Save.
not.
And I want to mess with this spirit table. So let's see, what story do I regale you with on our way there? Please, a 2. Really?
Wait, isn't that a D12 table?
Yeah, but I can only use a D6, so I only have up to the 6.
Okay.
You get the things at the higher levels are much better, so it's basically like 1 is the worst I can get for effects. 6 is really the best.
Okay, well now you have an opportunity to tell the correct clever animal story.
Yep, in full detail.
I feel that's in character too.
Can I really want to re-roll that desperately.
I will let you
Inspiration.
inspiration that if you want.
Yes, I don't want that. I want to try and get a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
So really anything other than what you got.
Yeah, 4. There we go.
All right, let us know what it
That'll
does,
be
and then
much
give us
more
the
useful.
tail.
Tale of the Runaway. The target can immediately use its reaction to teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space it can see. When the target teleports, it can choose a number of creatures it can see within 30 feet of it, up to your charisma modifier, so 3, to immediately use the same reaction. So for my action, I give this to you. You can immediately use your reaction to teleport, and then teleport 3 other people anywhere you want. Oh, wait, does it say up to your charisma modifier to immediately use the same reaction? So they teleport where they want. So you don't choose where they go.
So it's sort of a repositioning move.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty awesome.
This is poorly worded.
It is. That's why I had to read it again.
Well, the way it's written, this is infinite.
Yeah, that's the thing, because in the Tale from Beyond it says...
Oh, I guess not, because they have to use their reaction.
Yeah, but if like the battlefield gets a little bit weird, and also that can get you guys close to me in case I have to do something.
It doesn't say under Tales from Beyond that. All it says is how long I can hold the tail in my mind, which is before I give it to someone. And it says the last one fades if I roll again. And doesn't specify. No, it doesn't actually say that it ends. I'm sure it means to.
Well,
but
you immediately
that
use
would
a
make
reaction
perfect
to
sense.
Whenever you target somebody with this, they immediately use their reaction to teleport up to 30 feet, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't have a limit on how often.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the limit
it
is
only goes
once.
once.
Okay.
Because
once
you
your
have-
reaction is used, you no longer have the buff.
you target someone because you did something. You gave them a one-use ability. They spend a reaction, which they have to do immediately if they are going to.
Yeah.
benefit from
I
it.
see it now. I'm under Tales from the. I was reading that wrong. The whole thing is written weird.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah,
that
I
makes
missed the
sense.
part where it said they can use their reaction.
It's good for immediately setting up the positions that you want everyone to be in.
Yeah. So basically, what it's saying, because it looks like the target can immediately use its reaction to teleport. So it says it can use. Does that mean I'm able to bestow this on one of us now, and you can choose to use it on your reaction?
What is your bar?
No, I think you have to use it to immediately
Yep.
make somebody
Okay.
take a reaction.
So it says can. That's why I'm like,
Yeah, they
well,
can choose.
implements that there's an option.
Yeah, so what happens is you trigger the ability, they get the ability to take it or not.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you
That's
can say,
weirdly
I want to
worded.
invoke my tail. They can say, okay, I want to teleport, or no, I don't want to teleport.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I understand what that is, I'll hold on to that until
That
combat
actually
when we
has
need
a
it
lot of
most.
utility.
Yeah.
Except that I got to use my action to throw it, so it can't.
Yeah, but
I
if
can't
like
give you a reaction.
yeah, but like say we're scattered about and we need an exit, so we all teleport back to where the wizard is.
Like this is like if you're, hey, we're all gonna get fireballed.
It's also
That's when you want to use it.
it's also really good for if you know the positioning you like everyone needs to be in to really just clear out the battlefield. It's really good for that too. You can get
Yeah,
behind enemy
okay.
lines. You can surround them. You can.
Well, we'll see who my action gives it to when it comes time. I'm holding on to it, but for the Tale of the Runaway, let's see. There's no real explanations for these tales, so I got to figure something out.
Also, is there anyone who doesn't have dark vision?
That would be me actually.
Anyone else?
Gnomes have dark vision, I believe. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
No, do I have dark vision?
Time?
You are a
Yes, I do.
Yuan-Ti, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will also use my Eyes of the Night to grant you. Well, actually, there's enough. There's enough people here because this is still useful. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna give this to everyone. Yeah, everyone. You have dark vision for 300 feet
Ooh,
Goodness.
for 1 hour.
that's better than my 60.
Yeah, Twilight clerics are kind of awesome.
I would go so far as to say it's 5 times better.
Come on, man. I'm a C- math student. Don't do this to me.
We hired him from charm, not brains.
And yet, he can't do that either.
So, Tale of the Runaway. Let's see. How about as we're walking, I'm digging through my flashcards and I draw one and I go, "Oh, this reminds me of a story." Which, like every one of my stories, I'm making it up as I go.
Now, I'm of course doing this once we get to the warehouse.
So on the walk, I say, all this walking reminds me of the story of the runaway bride. And I pull up a flashcard to show everyone that says runaway bride and has a picture of a common looking woman in a wedding dress with a little floral, what do you call those things that go around the head?
Veil?
No.
Tiara?
Tiara maybe, but I think it's another word. Laurel, right? Yeah. But the Romans wore those things.
Yeah,
But
Laurel.
one of those, like running in a long dress, holding the dress up above her knees as she runs, and in the background is like a picture of a chapel with a priest and a guy standing there reaching out with a confused face, like, "Come back." And yeah, the card says the runaway bride. She just couldn't take him anymore, as its brief description. And I proceed to tell the story of how a young woman was smitten by a noble and did everything she could to prepare herself to look her best so that he would pick her as a bride. And when he finally did, she moved in with him and they lived together for a couple months, and the whole time he never helped with anything around the house, and he always belched really loud and farted all the time, and he left his shoes in weird places and never did anything to help out, and all of his cooks were ill-trained. And she eventually got sick of him and realized she can't marry him and ran off to live a life of a strong, independent peasant woman.
Who don't need no man.
That is exactly how Itai tells that story.
And in the background, you get that one song from Encanto of the eldest strong sister.
You speak strange tales, song weaver.
Yeah. I mean, they're all real tales. It's not like I make this stuff up as I draw the cards, as I put the card back away.
Inside check.
Not worth an insight check. I don't believe him.
I was gonna say, I would be happy to roll bluff, because I do not want people to know I make this stuff up.
You have to beat a 9, so...
Let's see, it's deception.
I suppose. You want me to roll insight?
I'm not trained in deception. Boy, am I a good guy when it comes to building characters.
It's alright, I'm not trained in insight either.
Characters based around lying, and I don't take deception.
I am, I just rolled low.
Oh, because I did persuasion, that's why.
I mean, persuasion is just reverse lying.
I might end up changing that if Pedro's okay with it going in the future.
You're not wrong.
If I can do that in the future, Pedro, switch
You get an
those
extra
around.
inspiration. You can have 2 because that's fantastic. Itai, yeah, post game, go ahead and flip that over because it's.
I just
it's
wanted to
much more
check. I'm
your
not going to
shtick
do it
than
now, but when it comes time.
being reverse deception.
Okay, but again, I got a 9, so...
And forever, that's what it's going to be called.
14.
Wow.
Oh, 13, sorry. Wow, Orguk saw through my crap.
So in the main campaign, we're gonna have to have a situation where we're trying to lie to whoever. It's like roll for reverse deception. I'm sorry. Talk someone into something.
This tale you speak, it didn't really happen, did it?
Well, of course it didn't really happen. None of these really happened. They're tales for a reason.
Oh.
I mean,
Why'd you have to ruin it?
And somewhere, some child no longer believed in Santa. Thanks, Itai.
Wait, what? What?
and I am truly chaotic evil for causing that.
well, it's okay because the way you worded it, I didn't make up the story. I just didn't tell you a true story.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, but in Orguk's culture, it's about the same thing.
If it gives you a tactical advantage, it's worth it.
He is disillusioned.
So now, whenever I decide to bestow that on somebody, I've got a one-liner for it.
Oh, because this is actually kind of relevant to my character, what phase is the moon in tonight?
Let's see. Did we actually do that? Oh, it doesn't go there. It goes over here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be that person DM.
That's okay.
I already do that, considering
We did
everything
not
based
set up a
around,
calendar.
everything
So,
based
let's
around
find
Draho's
that.
businesses is done based on the calendar date, so I already have him tracking that.
Well, at least my other belt is ready by now.
Not Forgotten Relics. What is it? Harptos? Haptos?
The calendar of Haptos, yes.
Lactose? What?
And I evidently don't have one loaded, so we're just going to go with the Smiteworks one and see if that's actual. There we go. Calendar of Harptos. You guys are currently in 1497, so this game is in 1495.
In the before times.
And given the time frame, we're going to say that it's also midwinter.
That's convenient.
And I still don't know how to adjust the time of day.
Also, not only were we, not only was it moored, but the water on it was partially frozen.
So let's see if we can find that on the Googles.
It's just for flavor. It's not really important.
Super important.
No, we must have accuracy.
I'm forcing
What is D&D
forcing the
if
DM
not
to
a
be
bunch of
prepared.
record keeping?
If we're gonna play Spreadsheet Simulator, we're gonna play Spreadsheet Simulator.
So really, we're just a year behind.
It is not just mouse wheel, it is control mouse wheel.
Ooh.
Which means it is now, since we're doing this in the evening, we're going to call it 8 p.m. First day of midwinter, 8 p.m.
Joke's on you, the moon exploded.
Dang it, Piccolo!
Therefore,
I mean, it's better than the moon crashing into the Earth, a la Majora's Mask.
Dang it, Link!
That creepy thing.
it is a new moon this evening.
Oh, so it's like not to be seen. Got it.
Correct. Super dark out. That dark
Oh.
vision's coming in handy. 300
Again, I
feet
do that-
of
I
shady
do that-
grays.
Yeah, I do that. Well, when we arrive there.
Yep.
So.
All right. Any other conversation prior to your arrival? Anything you guys need to talk about? Tactics, backgrounds. Who are you? What do you do?
What kind of armor is everyone wearing? I know Orguk isn't wearing any.
Yeah. Oh, I don't need armor. I'm
You
just
are the
superior
armor.
like that.
You
I
are
see.
the
I
Brute
have
Squad.
got. What do I got?
But does that scale well?
Oh,
Ah.
So
You get an extra instrument.
Studded leather.
I get an extra. I get an extra. Why are we doing this in the main game?
because I am now consciously trying to make more. I give you guys inspiration things. As,
Oh, okay.
As it becomes a much more integral portion when I do the battle tech thing because there's plot points, and those
Oh.
stack nicely.
Good to know.
That also
okay,
said, if you guys feel that you should be getting inspiration, bring it up. The group can kind of mull over it together as a vote, and then I'll take a basically a final yes/no option to it.
Okay, so more puns. Got it.
Yes.
No puns
Oh,
don't work.
I
So-
see what you're doing. Oh,
So
My-
Tailweaver, are there any stories that you have that are true?
I mean,
every
there's
story has a grain of truth to it.
I
what she
do,
said.
I do not care to reap the grain of truth from a lie.
Okay, well, how about this? The story of
So what he's asking you is okay, do you have insight?
I don't, but I can insight anyways.
I have insight, but that doesn't help in this situation.
All right. Okay, so essentially Orguk is trying to ask you about yourself.
Okay. I mean, the story of my birth is true. If you want to hear that one.
He
I mean-
squints, and then he assumes that it has to be spectacular. So let's hear it, Tailweaver.
Well, my mother was a human. My father was mostly snake.
Pulls on the book, start taking notes.
They worked at an exotic circus, and I should not be alive.
What is this circus?
It's where we take freaky things and we charge people money to look at them and laugh at them. We also domesticate animals and make them do stuff that's not natural to their habitat for the entertainment of others.
Sounds pretty horrible.
Oh,
You-
it is.
You must have done well to survive such a thing.
I mean, I learned to tell stories and play some instruments, and I can't sing like my dad did, but I did well enough.
I look over to
And,
see how Chip is reacting to this news.
Chip doesn't really understand what's going on.
I was taught how to play an instrument as well. It's strange.
Oh, what is it? Why don't you play that for a while and stop asking so many damn questions?
Because I do not have one. It is not common here.
Oh, what is
It
it?
is a set of intricate pipes attached to a bag of wind, much like yourself.
That gets a chuckle out of Chip.
Yeah, I'm not trained in that. I obviously would know what it is, but
Yeah.
oh yeah, I've seen those. Never really learned them myself. They seemed very monotone.
They can produce many tones. Great.
I mean,
They produce great music.
not as many as my lyre, but whatever. Everybody has their own thing. Best not to insult other cultures' art.
We have another map.
Yeah. I'm running out of BS here. Come on.
Oh yeah, I'm all set. I was just giving you guys the opportunity to
Oh.
play as much as you wanted to.
Oh
Yeah, we were trying to stall time for you.
Oh well.
Oh no, I was just trying to.
I'm
bother
sorry.
you.
I need to do more. You should definitely roll to do more. I'm enjoying this.
So what instruments do you play?
I play a lot of things. Mostly strings. I play the lute, the lyre, the dulcimer. I'm good with the viol. That's about it.
Are there any
And-
garbage cans nearby?
It's Ravens Bluff. There's always a garbage can nearby.
Okay. Chip's kind of bored, so he's gonna go look through some garbage.
The strings are not my.
Give me an investigation check.
Wait, when did I get a magical lyre?
You bought it for cheap.
Yeah, at the
Right.
Mad Dolphin's house.
Yeah, I got a
Right.
wand of magic missile.
They didn't have any boats. I was disappointed.
Thought I had that.
Strings are not my strength. And he clacks
Yeah, the
his
claws probably don't help.
Yeah, it seems like strength is your strength.
Indeed.
Chip has a 17 on investigation.
Okay.
Whoa.
He's good at scavenging trash.
You can go ahead and put it. You can go ahead and put us in the warehouse whenever you're ready.
Yep.
All right. Chip, you find a small, rustic-looking metal band trimmed with gold, and it has tiny etchings of various creatures beautifully carved into its surface. Now, this is specifically under like piles of old food and other refuse.
So he's gonna. I don't know if you guys remember the scene from Aladdin where Abu sees the lamp.
Yeah.
His eyes go real big like that.
Orguk sniffs the air and turns with that one eye is focused on the raccoon. The trash rat appears to have found something.
I did! And he holds it up.
It's rather shiny, and as you move to hold it up, all of the like gunk and refuse that was on it just slides right off.
Ooh, I've heard of this happening. This might be a magic item.
Ooh, what's it do? What's it do?
I don't know yet. Itai, can you identify this?
Oh, can I identify it?
Well, I can't.
That's a good question. I have like 4 spells.
Expecting Itai to take useful spells.
I did for combat.
Uh-huh.
The combat's buffer.
Hmm.
I mean,
Would we
that-
be able to like?
tell you what I can do. I can take a look at it, use bluff, and tell you what I think it does.
I suspect to just eyeball this would probably be Arcana.
Yep,
Okay, I'm not trained in it, so I don't think I should roll.
correct.
I'm not either.
I mean, Chip's gonna believe you if you tell him.
So what was the description of it?
This band of rustic-looking metal is trimmed with gold and has tiny etchings of various creatures beautifully carved around its surface.
It certainly looks pretty.
I'm gonna pick it up, look it over carefully, tap it a few times against something solid. Yeah. This is, what would I BS this into?
I don't know.
A
What
ring, a ring of caterpillar control.
No, that'd be silly. This is quite obviously a ring to bestow upon you the powers of whatever animal you think is on this. So you think of the animal you're looking at, and it gives you the power to use their abilities.
Ooh, that sounds useful.
Yes, it would be if it works. But I don't know if it'll work. It's very old, it's kind of dirty. The magic might have worn off. You never know.
Well, Chip found it, so I think it's his.
Yeah, no, keep it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, it still looks nice.
Okay, I'm gonna put it on now.
Good plan.
1 hour later.
Yeah, I do
Oh,
believe...
he wouldn't sit around and wait. He's just gonna put it on.
Oh, no, yeah, we know.
If it works, it works.
Okay, Todd Howard.
just works.
He's not really the kind that's gonna sit around and like wait for it to start
He doesn't.
working.
He doesn't have the patience for that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Which is okay, because I don't believe it's attunement.
Oh, nice. Well, we'll get to figure out what it actually does.
Mm-hmm.
It's cursed.
My favorite part is when it goes off spontaneously.
I mean, it very well could be cursed.
Just waiting for it constricts around your raccoon arms.
See, it has the power of a snake.
All right. So continuing your way onto the whale's tail.
Yep.
All right. Making your way out through Crow's End lets you see a change in status readily apparent between the areas. The Crow's End district shelters the city's lower-class denizens. The buildings are cramped, its streets are narrow, and in many places the sun is blotted from the sky by the denseness of the buildings. Finally, you come to the Whale's Tail warehouse. It's a one-story building made of wood, stone, and iron. The front door has a carving of a raven emblazed upon it, and it's sitting in kind of its own cobblestone lot.
All right. Oh, here we go. Very descriptive. All right. So I think we should check the perimeter to see how many entrances there are. Get some options.
Does this look like a legitimate warehouse, or is it like run down? Like maybe somebody just recently started using it again.
It looks fairly old, but definitely in use. Like you can see piles of horse manure on the road into both the front door and around the side. Broken down cart wheels that sit up against it, and just kind of various other refuse around it. Consistent with what would happen towards a standard industrial building of this day and age.
All right.
Like the piles of pallets on the side of the building, that sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right. So this is where I give my my blessing. So everyone 300 foot dark vision.
Okay. And for that, on the census portion of your character sheet, just on that main section, just adjust the dark vision to 300, and then we can readjust that back to the 60s as appropriate.
This is dark vision.
Wait, do I have dark vision?
No, I just went ahead and preemptively put it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was a bit confused because I did not see that before.
Okay, so this might be a little weird, but
So how do you adjust the census thing? Or do you just type it into the dark vision?
yeah, just type it. I was able to do it, so. Okay. So I think we should just look around on the outside first before going in.
And what would that accomplish?
Well, we'll see where the exits are, possible entrances, get a better feel for the layout.
Hold on, I gotta figure out if I consider this a hunt or a combat or like a brawl. If I consider it a hunt, then my go-to will be stealth, subterfuge, take things out silently. But if I consider it a combat, it's like all out, individual glory.
Well, right now, I would say that we are hunting.
Okay.
And if anyone tries to stop us, then you can switch it up to combat.
Due to my wanderer feature, I should already know a general layout of the area. Maybe not inside the building, but what is going on around it. Let's see. How tall is this building, Kadro?
It is a single story, but it's elevated to like a 2-story height. So it's got the like large windows that go fairly tall up.
I see. Are there any like decent handholds for something that something with claws can maybe get a hold of?
So each of the windows has bars around it.
That would do. I will climb to the top.
Okay.
Scout for guards.
The windows do look moderately clean.
I will crawl on all fours up to the window and
Okay.
rise up and peek with one eye to see if there's anyone there
Yep.
watching.
So there is just a single lit candle in the room on this front end, with one man sitting at it. He seems to be playing cards by himself. Looks like a grizzled old either war veteran or pirate.
All right, and he's looking. Hold on.
Looking down
Do I-
towards the table, but he is facing in the direction of the door.
Okay. I think I'd like to go to. Shit! This isn't roll 20. Look into. Here, I'll just move the character. I'll be looking to get to here.
Okay, you're able to do so.
All right. Again on all fours. I'm going to. So Orguk will peek around the corner with one hand slow, with the claws are slowly wrapping around the corner of the building. Clack, 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 clack.
Okay. As you do, you can see that the corner kind of L-shapes out into the larger warehouse section that is the back end. You're figuring this front end is probably either a reception room or a meeting room, something along that line.
And it's late. There likely aren't a whole lot of people expecting to receive visitors.
Always a possibility.
Always a possibility. What is a window situation on this side?
So this side, that L shape, has no windows.
Okay. In which case I'm going to go about here.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to try to use that corner to sort of climb up.
Okay. Do you have a climb speed?
I do not.
Okay. So then it'll be like an athletics roll to parkour your way up.
And as he's doing that, I'm not gonna follow him, but I'm gonna just keep an eye on him.
Okay. Got this up. I do not have advantage, but I think that my rage is still counted as active.
Yep, it sure is. All right, rage is removed.
All right. I think 15 was the first roll, but I'm not sure.
No, totally fine. So you're able to
Okay.
get yourself up on top of the roof. Looks very flat, kind of like it's been tarred over in order to do the roof protection. Doesn't seem to be any skylights or anything on the top here. All of this is purely brought in through the large front or back doors.
All right. I'm going to try to move silently.
Okay.
I believe that would still fall under stealth.
Correct.
Because in these big old industrial buildings, even in this day, people can hear you on the roof. So.
All right. Yep. You think you're doing good?
All right. So he's going to slowly stalk across the top of the roof. He's right at the edge, so that he can look down and see if there are any patrolling guards around the building.
Okay. Not that you see, but we'll go ahead and give you a quick run around the building so you can see what the shaping looks like.
All right. In which case, I'm going to end up once I'm the whole way around. I'm going to stop here and. At this point, I might know where windows are. They will be a bit hard to see, though.
Correct. So you've got a window here, a window here, a door on the south side with no windows, 2 windows on this east portion, and 2 more windows in this L portion of the east.
All right. He's going to climb down back at the corner.
Okay.
I will give you the athletics again.
Ooh.
With the 23, you basically are able to Superman, or rather superhero fall, and just land perfectly.
he lands, claws skittering across the ground, and dust being kicked up. And he returns to the group about here because there's still a window out here. And in a hushed in a hushed version of his raspy draconic voice, he says, "There are no patrols outside, but there are guards inside."
How many?
Well, I only see one in the front, but I would not rely on that information.
Okay. So
I will do a second round to see inside of all the windows. There is a door, and there's a door on the other side. I don't know if I understand the concept of employing, or employees, or even employee entrances. So I will not mention that it will be an employee entrance. That's for you guys to decide.
So, in the southern portion, you see another 6 guys that are, and I'm just going to pop this open for you real quick so you can see in here.
Okay.
And likewise in that one, so you can see the basics of the place.
Okay.
That they're either around the tables or next to various different spots, and they're just kind of milling about.
Ooh, now that's gonna be fun. It means we can hit from 2 angles and probably be just fine. All right. In which case, I'm going to bring that information back to the party. There are more guards to the south, but there are less in the front entrance. They don't expect anyone to come barging through. If we split up and some of us take the north entrance and some of us take the south, we'll be able to mop them up right quick.
okay. So if we're gonna do this, who wants to go with who? I think Chip should go with Orguk, and Itai with me.
All right.
That makes sense. We definitely want one scrapper, one non-scrapper. So you and Orguk are the scrappers. So.
Okay. I'll take the second entrance. We will bar off their escape.
All right.
I
Also-
will watch you enter the building and hope for the best as I stand behind you.
Well, it's
right
probably locked.
Oh, I don't know that. Hey, why would you
I'll
have a second
fix the
entrance
lock.
and just lock it? You should be able to defend it yourself.
And so Chip will turn into a raccoon with his second wild shape,
All
and
right.
he will follow Orguk along with the giant raccoon.
All right. And since I have more armor than you,
Yep.
All right.
Happy to wait behind you and let you bust in first.
okay.
Do we need to pick a lock? Because I've got sleight of hand. So.
If you are, do you have thieves' tools?
Yeah, I believe so. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's.
Because sleight of hand is more for like doing stuff unnoticed.
Magic tricks.
Oh yeah. Did real quick, did we hear that like the gem dust was supposed to be here?
Yeah, this is where they told you that they were delivering it.
Okay, so this could be a legitimate business. And it's not going to change my actions, but I figured I'd bring it up for everyone else in case they want to change my mind.
Oh no, I
That's why I
don't
didn't
have the
bring it up.
training in them either. Okay, never mind.
I mean-
so I can't do it.
Chip doesn't understand, because raccoons don't understand business.
Yeah. Again,
So-
I don't even know that I'm technically employed.
Chip's gonna do whatever you guys tell him to do, pretty much.
So the two people who understand civilization are up here.
Yes.
Well, you guys
Okay.
could be having this conversation before you make the splits.
Yes. I figured I'd mention it before I turn
Yeah. So
everything into a bloodbath.
yeah. So best to just knock them unconscious.
Orguk gives you a questioning look. He does not understand this concept.
Non-lethal.
Make them go to sleep, but where they can wake up in the morning.
Did they not steal something that we are looking for?
I don't think they know it's stolen. They just
They
work-
might very
they just
well
work
have
here.
no idea what's going on. And I mean, how would you feel if you were just sleeping in your bed and a group of people busted in and tried to kill you because they thought you stole something?
So the people here are probably not the people in charge. They weren't told about this.
Yeah.
They're just doing their job, thinking it's totally fine. So we're not mad at them.
So
But we will hurt them if we have to.
I'm a decoy.
I mean, if knocking things out is what a decoy does where you come from, yes.
So hurt, try not to kill.
And Chip pantomime, he bonks himself on the head and then falls over.
That.
Hmm.
Just like that.
He's
Now we're just gonna have a-
conflicted, and then he nods.
Of course, we're just going to end up having him giving everybody concussions till they internally bleed and die.
I'm not going to judge you for accidents now.
All right. So I may or may not end up killing anyways, but
you want to trade me out for Squirrel Man,
I will try.
Kristen? I feel
All
like
right.
we should probably keep one of us with the wild ones. I think we
Okay,
made the wrong decision in who we paired up with.
I think you're right.
I think it's strategically wrong and morally not. I think it's just strategically right and morally wrong. There we go. That's a right mix of words.
Yeah,
I think
I'm gonna go with Orguk because I feel like he's gonna need somebody to restrain his murderous.
Oh, this is going to fail spectacularly, and I'm so about this.
It can't be worse than leaving the two wild people out there.
You say that now.
So switch us around, Kedro.
So
Well,
Chip and
hold.
Itai switch.
You'll be able to see me from the other room.
Will or will not.
It would likely be better for you to enter from the other side. And the worst that's going to happen is that I'll kill about 2 people before things stop going to hell.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
we can go this way. It doesn't matter.
All right, that works.
Important thing is we've got at least one scrapper and one support on both sides.
Okay.
Everybody kosher with where they're at.
Yep.
Okay, so in this configuration, I'm going to keep my wild shape.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Um,
who's entering
I'm-
first, and how are you going about it?
I'm going to enter first, and I'm going to do it loud.
All right.
Yeah.
Like it's going to start off quiet, like the slow, deliberate hands curling around the handle, slowly opening like the velociraptors from Jurassic Park, and then slam it open.
Okay.
Okay. And I get the feeling you're going to do that. So before I open my door, I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy on myself, not only to change the color of my eyes to like a burning red, but also to amplify my voice times 3.
Okay. So the back door is locked, so go ahead and give me a strength athletics roll.
Okay.
Front door, however, is not.
Spectacular.
Okay.
I'm not. That wasn't great.
You can use your inspiration if you want to.
I think I do.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and uncheck that.
15's a bit better. So you wrap your claws around the handle and slowly kind of curl and start to turn. It's a very weak lock, old building. You hear this twang snap and then bust through the door.
It's
And
not
this-
supposed to turn.
And it's open outward, I take it?
Yes, because of the type that they are. Mhm.
Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to open both doors and just say, "Surprise, melon farmers!"
All right. I imagine that initiative starts, but as I do walk in, I will state the reason why I'm here. I've come to reclaim something that has been stolen. I hear that there's dust with gems in it here that it rightfully belongs to. And then he looks to Itai for the cue. Like, who is he working for?
Reichlinmir Securities, LLC, property of right.
And we've just implicated our boss.
Subsidy of Reichlinmir Industrial.
Well, we know that there's not going to be any survivors to implicate us. So,
All right.
Unless you want to plan that comedic spectacular.
All right.
Would you like?
No, it's just
So
you know
first up,
he's proud of
That's
who he
a-
works
That's
for.
a year from now, though.
we are going to roll initiative.
Okay.
The front room does have a description, so Kristen, as you and Chip enter the building there, you find that there are several doors leading to what look like offices. A man sits at the table in the middle of the room. His hair is slicked back and his gray shirt and pants look dirty. And the look on his face seeing you open the door is one of mild menace, and he sits there shuffling his deck of cards. I'm busy. Can't you see that? Go away. Come back tomorrow morning. My shift's almost over.
I'm busier.
Orguk, you actually have advantage
Oh
on
right.
initiative. That's yeah.
That's not much better.
But you had it. So,
Thank you.
all right.
Let's see. Can I switch that? I can't. Okay.
Whew.
So my actual initiative is
All right. Orguk, as you open the door the way that you do and step in with what you said, you see all of the men in there pull cutlasses.
all right. I would like to step in front of Itai.
Totally fine.
Yeah. And upon seeing the cutlasses,
Another
I'm gonna
freaking
say,
pirate captain.
I'm gonna say, slaughter them all, because they drew cutlasses. They're not just employees now.
I mean, that's not necessarily true, but
Look, not even Draho expects his frickin' warehouse workers to draw weapons when they're attacked. He expects you to
Do I
comply.
hear him say slaughter them all?
May I,
Well, it
before
is
all of
through
this
a
resolves,
hefty door. Go ahead and give me a perception check. And sorry, Orguk, say that again.
may I rage at his command?
Absolutely. And I'll even give that a pre-combat option.
Thank you.
That is a natural 20 for a total of 25.
Okay, you do hear that.
You hear us not only announce we're here, announce the exact company and
Thank
umbrella company, and to slaughter them all.
Chip, and I draw my axe. Party time.
The gentleman that's in front of you doesn't seem to pay any mind to what's going on behind him. Like, obviously can't hear it.
Sorry, the Bandit Captain 2, which Lombard.
Yep.
Like, why is there 2? He doesn't seem like he hears that.
Nope. He's sitting there shuffling his cards, looking at you after saying that. Thank you.
All right.
But we'll go ahead and start at the top of the round. Has everybody rolled initiative?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Starts out with Bandit 1, who pulls Cutlass and goes charging
Good.
towards Orguk, son of Orguk.
The fourth.
The fourth.
Yes.
So
Swings
you were the
out
fourth, or
with
your
that.
son of the fourth?
I'm the
Obviously,
fourth
he was
Orguk.
shocked by your entrance. Swings wildly wide.
Orguk drops all fours as that happens.
Okay. Lombard just sits there looking at you. Bandit 3 likewise comes charging in. Obviously, have to defend this place.
Uh-huh.
Also swings wildly wide.
So
They-
He
He-
thinks
they are
we enter
shocked.
from the wrong side.
So Orguk sort of like shifts his weight, and the bandit's trying to swing for the back half.
Mhm.
So he swings. So he swings with his tail, and his back half skids to the side.
Okay. Let's see. Bandit 2 comes in trying the same. He accidentally interjects himself between you and the other bandit, and their cutlasses clash.
Okay,
Bringing
so
us to Kristen.
We're doing Pirates of the Caribbean now.
Well,
Okay,
that is the music that you guys can't hear.
because it's diegetic. No. Do I hear this crashing with my natural 20?
You do.
Okay. Okay, Chip. I think we need to go to the other room, and I'm gonna. Let's see. I'm gonna have to get near him to do this. So go there. Is this door locked?
It is.
All right. I'll try to strength check it.
Okay.
Since we're all doing things on this, I'll just...
Lombard seems a little shocked that you're just walking around him without saying a word. And as you put your hand on that door and try and turn it, he looks kind of over his shoulder. Door's locked, Missy. It's evening. Only dock workers here.
Ooh,
Insight check.
dock workers, my foot. I hope they're not dock workers, or I'm gonna feel real guilty.
I'm not.
They are absolutely dock workers.
Okay. I'm trying
Who
to
are you gonna trust? Your instinct or the battle cry of?
I mean,
me?
I don't care because they seem to be trying to attack you. 'Cause no way you're doing all that metal clanking on your own. But I already used my action,
Mm-hmm.
so. All right, I'll try to bust it down with my spiritual weapon.
All right.
So, knock that spell slot, and again, it looks like a crescent moon. Put it to my left.
All right. Let's see. We made that an axe last time. Did that stay in here? It did not. So let's find that again.
I appreciate we split the party.
All right.
I mean, we split it, but we did it really.
We did not split the party. We used strategy.
We used tactics. Okay. All right, and
Break that door open.
there we go. Okay. Attack. Whew. I'm glad I didn't choose to be the one.
Yep, absolutely. So it definitely cracks into the door, and with 8, it gives you enough space to basically poke your head through. Very Jack Nicholson.
Here's Kristen.
And you can see on the other side these guys that they're either pirates or dock workers. Their clothes somewhat nondescript because they both those proficiencies basically were the same thing. Are charging at Orguk, who is slavering at the mouth.
Look, they're armed and attacking. That makes them automatically bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not in Texas.
Look, there's no castle doctrine in Faerun.
Isn't there?
I don't know.
There's enough castles.
I would assume that it's all castle doctrine.
It's like, okay, guys, we're coming. And that's my turn.
Okay. Brings us to Bandit Captain 1. We'll slide in.
Is he about to get active, or is he going to continue ignoring what's happening?
So Captain 1 is the one that is in next to you and Orguk.
Mm-hmm.
Comes in with 2 scimitars and a dagger.
All right.
Connects with a 23 on the first scimitar. For a total of 5 damage. Looks like that was partially resisted down to a 2.
Uh-huh.
Attack 2 hits for a 21.
Yeah.
Total of 4 damage, partially is resisted again down to 2. And then stings in with that dagger. Doesn't seem to have the same impact, just slides off your scales.
Yeah, I did have to dodge a lot, so so those ones clashed with the spines on my back.
All right. You can see his hand somewhat get wrenched by that, but he's able to keep hold of that dagger.
Mm.
Well, so far he's Employee of the Month, so.
Yeah, the rest are not doing very well. Itai, you are up.
Okay, so since there's quite a few people there, I'm going to take my stone harp, strum a few notes, and then activate one of my 2 spells I can do a day, Fairy Fire.
All right.
That's 10 foot, so I can get pretty much Bandit 1, 2, 5, and a Captain, right? That's pretty much everything I can get.
So it's basically a 10-foot square. Where do you want that square? Over 5, 1 in Bandit 2?
Well, I obviously want Bandit Captain, so let's do...
Basically the right 3 or the left 3. Unless you want to get Orguk.
No, I don't want to mark Orguk.
Oh, what does it do?
It basically makes you glow for a while if you fail this. Here, let me just...
It is our first time in this campaign, so go ahead and read it off.
Yeah. Each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light, your
20
choice.
foot. Yeah, you can get all 4 at the top.
I thought I could. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in a light. If it fails a dexterity saving throw for the duration, which would be 1 minute. Objects and creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. That's where we got the 10 foot from.
Yep.
Any attack
Well,
roll against
2
an
each.
affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it. And the affected creature or object can't benefit from invisibility. So basically gives advantage to all of those guys.
Yep.
To
As
attack
they
him.
light up like minor glow sticks.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm going to target... Let me see, make sure I target on all of them.
I like my food with a bit of presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So that was... Did I target the ones I'm supposed to?
Yep, you've got all 4.
Looks like it. Sweet. So, fire. I love this thing, man. Such a useful one a day. So I click save, correct?
Correct.
Why
Well,
does it say save is 10? My save should be higher than 10.
Means that you have not adjusted that to its appropriate thing. So let's find that.
13 should be my save, right?
So if we open that up,
So 8
And
plus the
open
modifier,
Dex.
so that should be just +2.
so right now it's because it's based on Dex and Group DC, but it should be 8 plus ability, and then choose the appropriate stat for your class, which should be
So
Charisma.
charisma.
And that brings us to a DC 13.
That's what I thought. Okay, good. Now it's set right.
It's
Probably
weird,
have to
like,
set
I
that
use
for
DC.
Gust of Wind too, because that's my other spell I can cast.
Yep.
So
Itai,
got
use
him
Gust.
targeted. Got him targeted. Okay. Rolled a save on Fairy Fire. See a lot of failures,
Only 1 success.
and it wasn't the captain. That's what matters.
Yep, Bandit 1. So go ahead and hit the apply option. Yep, because it looks like since he saved, Did you disc-click Bandit 1, or did it do that automatically?
It did that automatically.
That's beautiful. Loving this program more and more every day.
Yeah. There you go. Click effect. Now they're all ferried up. That
Yep.
is awesome.
Raising?
Awesome.
Okay. Let's see. Was that a standard action for that particular spell?
The loop
It
doesn't
is.
specify. I'm going to guess it is.
Yep. So bonus
loop
action
does not
or
specify.
additional movement.
Bonus action. I don't have any inspiration left. I can't grant that teleport, which not that I would anyways. So don't think I have anything I can do with the bonus action. I can't cast a spell. I don't have any cantrips that are bonus action, do I?
I doubt it, because I want to say Vicious Mockery is an action.
There's
One of the
not.
best. Yep. One
Vicious
action.
Mockery, Guidance, and Mage Hand? No, those aren't.
And you already used up all of your inspiration for the day, right?
Yep.
Persons. Okay.
So yeah, that's it. That's my turn, as I fairy fired those guys. And
Okay.
And then I'm going to, if I move, will I get an opportunity attack from Bandit 3?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll stand my ground.
Okay. Then that will bring us to our rabid little raccoon friend.
I'd say you'd probably get +2 because you have a little bit of cover.
That is it. Chris.
Okay. Has the guy in the room done anything hostile yet?
He is not.
Is this more of like a
He does
hey,
look really annoyed and like he's going to, because Kristen just chopped
I just
his door.
vandalized his property, so
Like, he's actively annoyed and setting his cards down.
Strike
like,
first,
that's
strike
it.
fast. Cobra Kai.
oh yeah, he probably hasn't seen you yet.
Door is open, so he could potentially see that far, but he's not paying attention out the door at this point.
You're just a harmless raccoon. Send the monster.
So I'm gonna scurry under the table
Get him in the kiwis.
with the
don't think
raccoon
he's from
spirit,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna get ready to bite him if he attacks Kristen.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hold action to bite him on the ankle.
Okay.
I love the chaotic energy.
Is the giant raccoon going there as well?
Yeah, it's gonna come with me under the table.
Okay. Oddly, when the giant raccoon does that, really not oddly, it's large enough that its tail fluffs the table up just a little bit, kind of dumping the cards oddly. He looks down at the table like, what the heck was that? And then looks back at Kristen like, you just chopped my door, and now my table's going all wonky. What in the magic is this?
Just business.
So that'll bring us to Bandit 4.
All right.
Scoot
He
in
seems
and down
polite
here
enough. I hope he lives.
Come on,
and
bro.
go for Itai.
Come on, bro.
That
be
is
like
a
this.
critical hit.
Oh, don't be like this.
So you successfully concentrated your way through that on Fairy Fire, so that's a bonus. But took 7 points of damage as that scimitar like slashes into your side reach.
Who cares? It's just a little blood. I'm a snake. I'll recover.
Okay. Hold an action on that one. So that brings us to Orguk, son of Orguk.
All right. Who do I want to wipe out first?
I
You have
mean,
so
it is a
many
target-rich
options.
environment.
It is. There's so many choices.
And you've got
Run it.
advantage on Captain and Bandit too.
Yeah.
You don't even have to reckless.
You think I'm
Yeah,
surrounded?
I was-
He's just gonna attack in any direction.
All right. So because Orguk is currently in a crouch position, and the dagger had just come down over his spines and grazed him. His like arm muscles start to pulsate again, and claws spring out, making scraping noises across the floor, and he lunges at Bandit 2.
Okay.
So Let's see. Something up with I don't think my bonus damage has been showing up whenever I've been raging.
Let me see effects. Nope, it's got damage 4.
That might be a little bit too much, actually.
Good.
All
I
right.
mean, I think it's a rule that you can just do enough to drop him to 0.
All right.
Basically, you pull your own punch.
So, all right. So I'm going. So I hit him for 17. Or sorry, I get 17 to hit.
Odd. 17 is a hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Ah.
All right.
Yeah, that does not add my damage.
Yeah, it's not adding his rager damage.
Yeah, that is weird.
I will just add another 2 damage. And
I wonder if it's
There.
just not pulling in correctly because I'm seeing no rage functionality on this.
Maybe
wonder if
that's
that-
what the second rage was for. Because the thing is, too, we've never had to test this because I've always rolled my own stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the rage is based off, I think, actions. Yep. So it's got the barbarian effect. It says damage 4 melee, so that should be functioning.
Okay. We can figure this out later. We'll just add
Yeah.
2.
yeah, I'm gonna add 2 right now. Oh shit, he's almost dead already.
Yep. 2 does it.
Okay, I am going to hit him again.
He is dead.
Oh, never mind. In which case, I'm going to switch targets.
Okay.
Well, that's out the window.
All right. Moving on to the captain, because that's the next best target.
Yep. 18 will hit.
All right. All right,
Yeah.
7 damage.
That's all.
I added the 2 that time.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, why did it have a 3 last time and a 5 this time? What the
Yeah,
program?
3 is my strength mod.
Perfect.
All right. And actually, I'm going to use my bonus action to bite him.
Okay.
Yes.
Isn't your offhand attack the bonus action?
It's a special effect
Okay.
that I can do once per day called Hungry Jaws.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
Well,
because you
but
probably
no,
haven't seen
isn't
this
the
before,
offhand attack the bonus action?
it is not. It's a class feature. So if I'm using the claws, if I make the attack action, I can make a secondary attack with the claws.
Okay, perfect. All right, go ahead and hop in with that bonus action, Nibblies.
All right. First, I will read it. In battle, you can throw yourself into a vicious feeding frenzy. As a bonus action, you can make a special attack with your bite. If the attack hits, it deals normal damage, and you gain temporary hit points equal to your Constitution modifier. And you can't use this trait again until you finish a short or long rest.
Okay.
This case, I'll make the attack roll. Ooh.
24 is a hit.
All right. So I'm just going to do this manual because I don't have this listed on my thing.
Okay.
That did not. It flung off the little train. All right, another 7.
Okay. All set.
I'm gonna gain 3 temporary hit points.
And then go ahead and describe how that went down since Bandit 2 dropped.
All right. So he totally tried to not kill the first bandit, but he lunged and he plunged his claws into his throat, and things just didn't work out for him. So the bandit falls limp in his arms, and Orguk tosses him away. He skids 5 feet away, and he turns around at the one who had actually hurt him. This one was a worthy foe. So he spun around, and with a wide sweep, he tears a claw mark into the bandit's chest, and then and then with the scent of blood having filled his nostrils so many times today, he couldn't control himself. He lunged at the captain and brought his sharp fangs down upon his shoulder, and tears off a chunk of flesh, gobbling it down indirectly in front of him, not even caring if this person was still alive or dead.
Okay.
I will.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All right. I was just gonna say I end my turn there.
All right. And you can see the bandit captain with that chunk of flesh ripped out, looks down at it, and turns back to you with this fierce, I'm going to fillet you and eat you now look.
Huh.
Yeah, but that's not as impressive when you're glowing a vibrant violet color.
Although,
When you're glowy and purple and sparkly, you're not that intimidating.
Just because
yeah,
he's the new version of the Blue Man group does not mean his group is not good.
that's right, we have advantage against all four at the top now, don't we?
That is correct.
Uh-huh.
No.
So that's going to bring Bandit 5 in to replace Bandit 2.
It,
Okay.
Does Bandit 1 have Fairy Fire on him?
No, he passed his save.
Okay.
Mhm.
Lucky duck.
Whack.
Comes in swinging with an 18. Am I just
That
not
does hit.
connected? Lovely. Okay. For a d6 plus 1, so he hits you for 6. It's saying partially absorb 0.
It does.
Oh yeah,
Hit
you
for
had
6?
temporary.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So
That's
that
funny.
makes sense. All right. So he swings in, hits a bit, basically just makes you spit the bit of his captain back out.
It splatters on the floor in one big, wet, slimy mass.
Seeing that, Bandit 1 is like, all right, I can do this too.
But will he?
Hits with the 17
Yes,
Does.
he will.
for another 7.
All right.
Partially resisted down to a 3. Yep, that looks good. They're feeling pretty smug with themselves at this point.
Cool.
You do
Lombard-
realize I have 3 cure wounds first level standing behind him, right?
Yep. Lombard
I-
is looking back at Kristen, stands up from the table, and reaches out to stop the axe, and just has like a hand on its handle as it's swinging him around. And he's like, that will not, no, stop it. This is a door. This is not your property. Bringing us to Bandit 3.
He's trying to grab the spiritual weapon. That's hilarious.
Bandit 3 swings in for Orguk, but with a miss. He is not quite as competent as the other friends. All right, brings us back
Orguk
to
swats
Kristen.
that one away.
Kristen looks out a sigh and says, well, plan B. So first thing she's gonna do is hold up the holy symbol that's attached to her axe, and use her channel divinity.
Okay.
We're gonna use Twilight Sanctuary. So since this is the first time it's being used, I will read it. You can use your channel divinity to refresh your allies with soothing twilight. As an action, you present your holy symbol, and a sphere of twilight emanates from you. The sphere is centered on you, has a 30-foot radius, so that should reach all the way to Itai, and is filled with dim light. The sphere moves with you, and it lasts for 1 minute or until you are incapacitated or die. Whenever a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant that creature one of these benefits. You grant it temporary hit points equal to 1d6 plus your cleric level, or you end one effect that's causing it to be charmed or frightened. Again, Twilight clerics are kind of dope.
Now, it does sound like that's based on the light, and you've only got a small smattering of the door cracked.
That's not based on the light. Also, you said I could poke my head in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can see them.
Okay, I'll go with
And
that.
Also, the
it's a
captain and the bandit are radiating 10 feet of light. violet purple light.
Yeah, and it's dim light, and I'm also, to add to the dramatic effect, also adding to that. And then I'll just do another attack against the door, because you haven't really done anything aggressive to me so far, so I'm trying not to hurt you.
Breaking the door down.
Okay. Still
I gotta say, if I was working at this dock, I would be taking a 15-minute break right now.
Oh, he's definitely going to negotiate for hazard pay if he survives.
Yeah, I would not be working at this place anymore.
15 is a hit.
Person just confidently
Hey.
strolls in and starts smashing your door open with a magic floating hammer. You don't mess with that.
What?
A 24 is still a hit.
Okay.
7 more damage. Okay, you're able to shard that portion of the door, just enough that you can kind of, through this triangular opening, slide through if you'd like.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's particularly dangerous right now. So,
Why don't you just reach your arm through and unlock the door?
because I already used my action. Oh no, actually, technically, that's a manipulation of an object.
Yes.
Free action, right? To operate something like that?
Yep.
So the lock seems to be broken.
Oh, very much so.
Okay, so then I'll just reach in and let myself in.
All right.
So I should probably be able to see that.
The
room
doors
now, right?
open up. This glowing purple light comes towards you. This dim twilight comes towards them. Lombard's still holding on to the axe that has kind of been pulled forward and then pushed back, and is like, "What is the meaning of this?"
Can you update my site?
That's a good question. Where'd that go?
Yeah, I cannot see anything either.
Maybe you just need to open the door. Did you
I get
open
the
door?
feeling that Lombard is like the only legitimate worker here.
He probably is.
Because he has like big like get off my lawn vibes, you know.
Been in this business longer than you've been alive. And you're an elf.
There you go.
I mean, you know, for an elf, I'm probably like, you know, young teen
Mhm.
equivalent. So, and I'm gonna step in.
Sorry about that. What's up?
Me?
Yep, I missed something.
Yeah, I'm gonna step in.
All right.
So he can take an opportunity attack if he wants. I don't think he has a weapon.
Nope, he's grabbed onto your weapon, which he cannot swing.
Amazing. Chips is just lying in wait.
Mm-hmm.
That's my turn. I used my whole action to count me.
All right. Brings us to Bandit
Oh,
Captain.
and that ends my turn. So, oh, sorry. Sweet. I get 8 temporary hit points.
Okay. Bandit Captain 1, swinging wildly with 2 scimitar attacks and a dagger attack. Misses on the first scimitar. Misses on the
Yeah.
second. That was so a 19
Liking
there for
this.
a moment. There's the 19. Hits with the dagger. And pokes for a total of 5, partially resisted down to a 2. So you're able to fend off those 2 scimitar attacks, dodging nimbly out of the way, and he just sneaks that dagger in towards your rib cage, just nicking in there. Itai.
Time for the champ. Time to do something, Can I use... Ooh, you know what? That will probably work. Oh. It's not a... Double check. I want to make sure that's not concentration. Pretty sure it's not. No, it's not concentration. Whew, good.
What is it?
Dissonant whispers on the captain.
Oh.
Okay.
That's opportunity attacks from 2 of you, and he's out of our way. And those are advantage opportunity attacks. So, Dissonant Whispers. You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, 60 feet. Racking it in terrible pain. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature doesn't move into obvious dangerous ground, such as fire or a pit. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away.
I'm just saying that maybe
Deafened creature automatically succeeds on the save.
I'm just saying that maybe we won't have an opportunity to opportunity attack if it does 3d6.
I don't know how strong he is, but if he doesn't, that's 2 advantage opportunity attacks.
I mean, it's a
but-
wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how strong he is.
But
Wisdom saving throw. Here
I'll
we
just
go.
take my 3rd inspiration. No, I'm kidding.
Come on and fail.
Come on, that was no reverse deception.
Failure.
All right. Go ahead and roll your
Nice.
damage.
Yes.
Ah.
Big chunk of damage.
14, and he has to run with his reaction, which means opportunity attacks away from me, which means through that door and possibly past Chip.
Lizards
come on.
first.
Ooh.
That
Was
is a hit.
that an actual 20?
I was gonna say,
No,
I
it wasn't.
don't
That
think
is
he's going to get near
modified.
Chip.
For 9 damage.
Okay.
He's really heavily damaged.
Yep, he is not looking good. Blood is
Okay, well, let's
pouring
see if
out
I
of
can bring it
multiple
home.
wounds.
That should roll with advantage, so 16 hits?
It does.
Okay.
For another 7 damage. He turns to make that run, and you guys lash into his back. The flesh rips easily between pieces of armor, blood gushing to the floor as he's slipping his way through it, trying to get to the corner. Plants himself into the back of his back into the corner, and kind of squares off there as really the only safe place for him.
Okay. And
I swear, if he's at 1 hit point.
can I do anything with my bonus
I'll never
action?
tell.
You'll tell us after the combat.
Will I? Probably.
I can roll a reverse deception.
No, I don't have anything I can do with my bonus action, so I will leave it at that, and I'll continue to stand my ground.
Okay, and roll a d6 and add 3 to the result and get that temporary hit points.
Do we all
Really?
get that?
Yes, everyone within 30 feet of me, when you end your turn, you can do that.
Okay.
So D6 add 3. So that's 5 hit points back.
Mm-hmm.
I will do it
But
for
temporary
me.
hit points, not healing.
Oh, 5 temporary hit points. That's fine.
Yes.
That works for me.
In the current situation, that is better.
4. I'll make it work.
Alrighty. Chip, you are up.
Well, did you have a turn since I cast that?
Yes. I think I went after you cast it.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah,
You were up in just a couple.
because you bit the person. and
Sorry.
no
Sorry.
temporary points. That's okay.
We'll
It'll give you
ignore
a chance to
that.
roll it though.
Okay. So Lombard hasn't done anything.
Nope,
Uh,
he's
has
hanging
Chip
onto
seen
that
it?
weapon, trying to keep it away from the door.
Has Chip seen any of the other people do anything?
You can see down through into that space to the south, so you've probably seen Bandit 1 and 4 attempting to take on someone that is a bit out of your sight line.
You see that I attacked someone.
Yeah, but Chip won't attack anybody that's not attacked.
That's
Like,
fair.
he won't aggress.
Does that mean
okay.
he degresses, regresses,
Yes.
addresses?
He usually degresses.
Okay.
Sometimes digresses.
Let us digress.
Okay. He's going to run up here next to Kristen then.
All right.
And he's going to use his primal bite. Or primal savagery.
Okay.
He's going to try to give Bandit 1 rabies.
All right. Let the nibbles commence.
I love that there's a cantrip for unarmed strikes. It's lovely flavor. Speaking of flavor,
13 is a hit on the bandit.
oh, I remember how squishy low-level things are.
Wound of 2. So you nibble into kind of his lower leg area, and he lets out this high-pitched 5-year-old girl kind of squeal. Like,
I've been
it
there.
should not be coming from a grown man. And looks down and he's like, no, bad, ow!
I love how everybody's terrified of raccoons in this town. It's fantastic.
We're gonna come back. There's gonna be one survivor, and it's gonna be like the raccoon saved us.
Oh god, if that doesn't happen, I'm gonna be sad.
Andrew,
All right,
you have a job now.
All right. Chip will be playing multiple characters in our next main session.
Cool. Beast of the land, giant raccoon will scurry down and attempt to also take on Bandit 1.
All right. You want him here or to the other side of you?
We'll put him down underneath Chip.
Okay. No table flipping for that one yet.
Yes. And he will also attempt to bite, but I don't have that sheet up yet. Hold on. Okay, well there's the damage. How do I roll the attack from here? I guess I don't have a button for that.
If you're in the attack area, if you highlight over the
I can highlight over the damage, but there's nothing
so down
over the to hit.
badly programmed garbage. Okay. So
Get what you pay for.
I paid too much. Far too much.
That's just it. He
Oh,
pays a lot.
actually, you did pay something.
Yep. So let's do a quick copy of the axe beak, open that up. That maul, it's proficiency 2, weapon attack. What is his not proficiency?
Mine, so right now too.
Okay, and what's his base attack modifier on that? Is that just a strength weapon?
I would assume so.
Okay. So we're gonna make that a melee weapon attack plus 6 to hit, comma, highlightable. Boop. All right, does that show?
Yes.
Speed. Make sure that we're targeted. Good to go. Hit.
And damage.
5 more damage to bandit number 1. You see like your raccoon go for a thigh bite, and in doing so hits the femoral artery, and just this gush of blood streaks across like his chest fur. The bandit goes peaked. He doesn't look like he has long to live.
I should say not.
Maybe less than 6 seconds.
Okay. That is it.
Okay.
Okay, so both you and the raccoon, DS6 plus 3 temporary hit points.
Alright, I'm just gonna roll it once.
Brandon 4, who's going after Itai. Will
Alright,
miss.
so 4.
Beast. Orguk, son of Orguk the Fourth.
All right, I see a fresh bandit over here that is still glowing. That's a mark that I need to eat him.
That is true.
All right,
Tastes like purple.
I'm gonna pounce on him. Oh, whoa!
Quadruple advantage.
What just happened?
You ended up rolling 2 attacks, which is why you saw the 4 dice.
Against bandit.
Oh, okay.
They all hit the bandit cabinet, but he's not anywhere near you. So that's that's
That's
why.
how good he is.
Oh,
So you're targeted on Bandit 5 and Bandit Captain. Bandit Captain has been released, but on Bandit 5, that 15 was hit, so go ahead and roll damage.
okay. Yeah, I just unbound the captain.
Yep. Minimum damage at a 6. That brings Bandit 5.
And he's already heavily wounded. That's amazing.
Bandit 5. Looks about halfway dead at this point. Seeming to be a bit peaked as rivulets of blood are running down from multiple wounds.
But now I have 2 heavily wounded people.
That is true.
I'm gonna attack the same one. I
Okay.
like to finish the things that I start.
Well, if you can be one thing, you should be efficient.
All right.
So I see a 13 and a 1. Why is it not
Yeah.
updating? There it goes. 18 is a
Okay,
hit.
Yeah, I was.
Finish him.
Yeah, please describe.
All right. So at this point, Orguk's in a frenzy. So he's just like claws flashing every which way. Whenever he finally turns his attention to Bandit 5, his eyes are red with fury and hunger. He lunges at the captain and drives him to the ground. He sits atop him and starts scratching at his chest, tearing off and rending the armor, throwing it aside. He lets out the screech of a velociraptor as he plunges both hands into his chest cavity and rips outward.
In doing so, Viscera and Gore is launched from Bandit 5, spattering minorly across Kristen, Chip, Giant Raccoon, and Bandit 1, who gets this chunk of it, just smacks the back of his head, and he kind of turns to look like, I'm dying already, stop it.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna end my turn there.
All right.
Kristen just licks some of the blood off of her face.
Brings us back to top of the round. Bandit
Oh,
1
and D6 plus 3 temporary hit points.
is going to try one last attempt while he's bleeding out from behind to poke the Orguk. Does hit with a 21
I think you have temporary hit points.
for minimal damage of a total of 2.
Hold on. I forgot to roll my temporary hit points.
Yes, add those, which will probably take away the 1 damage that you just took.
I mean, it's going to get at least 4.
Oh.
Yep,
Seven.
at least 4 on the die.
There.
Called it!
So I took 1 point of damage.
Yep, so you will have 6 temporary damage. Or
There.
temporary hit points, and raise your regular hit point loss by 1. Or you
Yep,
drop
just
your
did
wounds
it.
by 1.
See, I did heal you.
Very good.
All right. Brings us to Lombard, who plants his feet on the floor excessively hard, leans back while holding the axe, and then puts a foot up on the doorway and seems to just be planted there. Very you shall not pass in look on face. Very you can do whatever you want because this is magic and I don't know anything about it in action.
So I have a simple explanation. You're not worthy.
Accurate.
I'd love to see him get dragged in here.
Coming in on Orguk as well with a critical hit.
Ooh, fancy.
For
Hey, you, Orguk, you've seen some actual action.
total of 10 damage. Absorbed because of the partial and your hit point temporaries down to 0.
It's down to what, actually?
Nope, according to the system, down to 0. Not your temporary hit points, but the amount of damage that you.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Actual damage.
Yep. So he slams that scimitar into you and like 80s style or 90s style Power Ranger pulls it across your body, and all he sees is sparkles of purple.
Ooh, did I use that red or what? You did it at the right time. Yeah.
That's so
Speaking
good.
of, your turn.
Okay, so who is currently sparkling?
No one except the bandit captain.
Yeah.
Mr. Upper Right Hand Corner.
Oh, so none of the guys who were here actually took that.
No,
Yeah.
I
Oh, the
finished
ones
them
that did
off.
are already dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're
That worked
they're
exceptionally well.
They're
If you
works of
don't
art.
send the spiritual weapon after the captain, I am going to try and get at the captain.
You should. You deserve some of this glory.
I mean, you have 2 options for glory right by you, so.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, my instinct is going to be like, I want to finish the captain if you don't.
Okay.
Because I made him run in fear.
So
Lombard
the attack-
passes his strength check and gets dragged with it.
So now it looks like Lumbar is attacking him with an axe.
No, not really. It looks like he's being drug along by the axe. Very Disney movie-esque in the his feet are just dangling, waving in the air as he's.
so he's doing a Pietro Maximoff. Like what?
Yes, yes.
Nice.
Great.
Okay.
Very Thor doesn't know how to use his hammer.
Yes, that's what I like to see.
The thing is, I don't have to know how to use my hammer. I just have to think how to use my hammer. And the attack is with advantage, correct?
That is correct.
Yep.
All right. First time I've actually clicked that button.
Woo.
Man, that harp is the MVP. Not me, the harp.
24 is a hit.
Or
And
lyre,
then-
sorry.
Minimal damage.
Really?
For 4. Not bad.
Still alive?
Don't want to see
Still
if you can
alive.
crit. Or did it roll with a... Never mind, it rolled with advantage.
Yep. Did roll with an advantage, just 5% shy of the crit.
Okay, well, since I don't have advantage on this guy, I want to see if this will work
Okay.
for fun. So I'm going to look at. Actually, I will do this at Bandit Captain.
Okay.
And suddenly you hear I just pulled up my hand and you're suddenly hearing the sound of Dolores bells around him, and I'm using Toll the Dead, and since he is injured, he's gonna take a d12 if he fails his wisdom saving throw of 13.
That he will.
Okay, so let's see. Toll the Dead, make sure he's targeted.
Wisdom is on there appropriately. Go for it.
Okay. Here. There we go.
Nope.
There we go. There we go. Okay. So it's a save.
That's the stuff. It is a failure as you hear ding. Shame.
It sounds more like Vegeta's Hell's Bells, which I've actually played the clip, would get us possibly taken off. So.
Possibly.
Oh!
For max damage. He takes another 12.
Ooh, nice.
That the bell sounds ring out around his head, and you can see him holding his head. Blood leaks from his ears, from his nose, from the tear ducts. His face turns ashen white as he drops his weapons, putting his hand against the wall to steady himself. Is still standing.
I would like to rage.
Oh, I'm gonna definitely get the finishing kill. That's all I care about.
I mean, might as well. All right, and I don't want this guy running away. Bandit number 3. So I'm just gonna slide on over.
Okay.
And yes, I do like line dance slide. Over
All
to him.
right. Okay. Brings us to said bandit captain,
And I didn't take damage, so
who, based on everything that's happened to him,
If it matters, when I did the distant whispers, he kept
are we
hearing
gonna
my voice
inspire
in his head.
another surrender? Because that would be amazing.
he is just standing there reeling in the corner. Picks up his weapons, backs against the wall, but you can see that his vision must be blurred because he's kind of swaying back and forth slightly,
Does
but
that
doesn't
mean...
seem to move out.
Okay.
It's high.
All right. Well, Bandit Captain is my prey. The distant whisper, of course, kept saying, "Run, run, run away, little bird."
Wait, he's your prey? Does it suddenly have 3 little red dots on him?
Pretty much. So I am going to. This is such a doofus way to spend my only second level spell that's left.
Oh, come on, though.
But fortunately, to do this, I'll have to drop concentration, so he's no longer gonna fairy fire. But I don't think I need it. This is actually
Famous last
useful.
words. So I'm throwing everything I have at him. So
I am going to use Kinetic Jaunt on myself.
Okay.
1 bonus action, concentration up to a minute. You magically empower your movement with dance-like steps, giving yourself the following benefits for the duration. Your walking speed increases by 10 feet. You don't provoke opportunity attacks. You can move through the space of another creature and it doesn't count as difficult terrain. If you end your turn in another creature's space, you are shunted to the last unoccupied space you occupied, and you take a d8 force damage. So,
And as
I
the
basically-
white fedora falls upon your head, allowing you to moon dance.
and a
Where are you
1
going?
white glove.
let me target myself.
Please tell me this is accessible by wizards.
Back Kinetic Jaunt.
I think it is.
Because then
That-
Draho can take it.
So that should have removed the advantage from the captain because he's no longer. If you want to take that off.
It did
I'm hearing a
not.
distinct lack of yeehees here.
So
All right, that is removed.
obviously I'm going to, because what is Kinetic Jaunt? That's components semantic only, really. So
Yeah, because you're dancing.
You pick up the fedora, put it on your head, moonwalk backwards.
no,
Yes.
no.
Do
no,
it.
no.
Do it. It would fit. It would be beautiful for me, Twilight Cleric who worships the loon, if you were to moonwalk.
Okay, so he's going to reach into his bag, pull out a collapsible fedora, slap it on, slide on a sparkly glove, do a little spin around, and Michael Jackson moon dance his way up to the captain.
All
Oh,
right.
by the way, for flavor, whenever you get your temporary hit points, your skin sparkles.
Now, I purposely moved forward and then moved over. Why didn't it do it right?
Because I hit yes the moment that you moved
Because you
forward.
had to do a quick pirouette in the middle.
I like the idea, like, because Orguk is essentially bouncing from any enemy to enemy, like 1 pounce after another. I like the idea that you just walk through essentially a giant blender.
Without getting any of it on my shoes.
Because he's bad. He's bad. You know it.
Yeah. So that's my bonus action, and then action, we're going to try and stab this fellow.
All right.
Or, ooh.
Alas, poor Bandit Captain 1. We didn't know him very well.
Yeah, that is unless he has a really crap constitution. But from how much health he has, I'm going to guess no.
Potentially. Potentially.
So if he had a crap constitution, I might poison spray him just to be a bit of... just cuz.
You're a
think my
bard. I feel
odds-
like you got to go for style.
Yeah, I'm not about efficiency. I'm going to go for the poison spray.
Okay.
My feature is a UONT. It's a cantrip. Has a 10-foot range, so I didn't have to get right next to him, but I still did.
I mean, you got it all up in his face.
But the
You extend-
poison spray, is it a bonus action?
It is an action, but the spell was a bonus action.
Okay.
Kinetic jump.
Yep, perfect. You're set.
That's specifically why I made sure when I was like, let me check what this is, because I wanted to see if kinetic jump was a bonus.
When you spray it, do you just hold up your hand, like talk to the hand?
Oh no, I'm a UONT. This is like, you remember in the first Jurassic Park movie when that guy was in the car and the thing
Dilophosaurus?
poofed out his frills and spit poison in his face?
Are you saying you have frills?
I don't have frills, but I'm about to give him the poison spit.
And at this point, we have 2 appropriate lizards.
UONT, baby. So, yeah, it's
Scaly
not a
guy.
hand for me, even though it says extend your hand. Towards a creature you can see within range and project a puff of noxious gas from your palm. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take a D12 poison damage. So let me pull this up. Why is that also
If
set
this
at a
was
con?
psychedelic poison, you'd be the one girl from Umbrella Academy.
Let's see. Why does it say?
Well, I'm picturing him as Scarecrow now.
Oh, I
Need to
love
set
that.
this. For some reason, a lot of these aren't.
Scarecrow with the fedora and the white glove.
Just
The
doing a
fear,
psychotropic hallucinogen.
the fear effect and then the poison.
Okay, now I got it set to my con. Let me see if he saves.
He does.
Oh, ooh, you lucky.
That looks like more than just lucky.
Ooh, you so lucky. So I basically moonwalk in there, do the little pirouettes, the dances, a few croc grabs, followed by a few hee hee hee. Oh! And then I get right in front of him, take the fedora, do a quick bow, lift my head, and just basically spit a puff of gas in his face.
And so,
Just-
and
just
then
before
move.
you're,
you
you're
do the
about to come in
extreme
and
lean
do that,
forward.
he's so shocked, he goes, and just holds his breath.
I mean, considering how much of a beating he's taken and still survived, of course he has a high constitution.
Yeah, the dude's terrified, so he holds his breath, and the puff of smoke poison doesn't work.
And then you do an extreme lean forward while holding your hand.
Yep, that was that move. So I feel like I should get inspiration for that maneuver.
I agree. Go for it. That was a risky attempted maneuver that didn't work.
But
Yeah.
it was stylish, so
Yes.
you know. Points for
Can't
actual
use that
points in
immediately gained inspiration to re-roll that con, can I?
You cannot, because that's.
I
on
didn't
them.
think you would. I didn't
style.
think
It's not a
you would.
luck point.
I know. Trying to milk it for everything I can get.
Moving immediately back over to the BattleTech conversation. That's totally with the way that works over there.
Good to know. And
That's
Probably forget by the next time we fight.
Chip. What
Oh,
are the
and-
blundering raccoons attempting?
Do you
this
still have
time?
temporary hit points?
Oh, I did not roll my temporary hit points. It was 6 + 3.
1d6 plus 3, so you could potentially have more. But whichever total is higher, you're gonna get the higher result anyway.
Okay.
Because they don't stack.
All right, so Chip will
7,
attempt
5.
to bite Bandit 1.
Okay. That is a hit. All right, and go ahead and describe how he dies.
So he's just gonna like climb up the bandit and get on his back and like just do like rear his head back and chomp down on his neck.
Okay. As you're climbing up, you hear, "Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!" Ah! Let's see. That is number 1. Away he goes.
Okay, and then let's see. For giant raccoon.
You got a Bandit 4 down where I was standing, and Bandit 3 next to Orguk, and then you have the captain.
Yeah. I was just deciding how tactical Chip is.
Well, wouldn't it be just funnier to kill the captain where Itai couldn't?
I mean, yes, but I don't know that Chip would have that same sentiment.
I
Come on,
have a
Bandit
feeling-
4 is not even taking a damage. She's standing out there looking real smug.
He's also very close.
He's also probably confused what the heck happened when the dude in front of him just started dancing away.
Just a bit.
Yeah, we'll send the giant raccoon down to get bandit number 4.
These guys were not prepared for today.
No, they were not. This does not happen in their day job. And will never happen in
Imagine
their
showing
day
up
job
for
again.
work in a giant
I mean, for
monster
most of them,
lizard.
it's not gonna. There's nothing that's gonna happen for the rest of their lives anyway, because they're already in it.
Accurate.
Hey,
Alright,
just-
you've got it targeted. Cool.
they chose not to talk, and somebody told me to kill.
I don't know who said that.
That is a hit.
We said try not to kill, which is basically the same thing as
For
actually
3
kill.
Well,
damage.
you said try not to kill, and Itai told me slaughter them all.
But Itai
You know-
is going
you know
to
what?
refuse to accept that he said that and say that you're lying.
You know what? That's fair.
Even though you heard it as well, Kristen. He's
I
lying.
did.
I never said that.
So
Okay.
as the giant raccoon comes in and slashes at his chest, bandit number 4 drops his weapons and is like, nope, fuck this, and shuts the door from the outside and bolts.
One could say that he beat it.
That's really clever.
I mean, no one wants to be defeated.
Oh
Who
man,
wants
and
to
if
run
he
around
escapes,
without
that
feet?
means everybody knows that Reichlinmir Securities did this.
Whose fault is that?
do you want to command me to chase him down?
No! You kidding me? As an employee, I don't care, because
You're a strong
that's what I'm
independent.
hired for.
But
As Draho, I don't care because I want my company known across the whole city.
however, that is potential prey that is escaping.
Like, if everybody knows messing with Reichlinmir Securities means messing with possible death, people are going to hire us to protect everything.
We also just committed a B&E, so you know.
Did we? Or did we happen to bust up a robbery in progress? It's all how we spin it.
Who's robbing who here?
Didn't we just get through doing that?
We're concerned citizens who were passing by and heard noise in the warehouse. We opened the door and a bunch of burglars attacked us.
And to be fair, it's awfully dark.
I don't know. I'm a raccoon, so I'm not legally responsible.
Excellent point. Oh no, what happened? Suddenly there's purple
Oh.
light, and suddenly there's this person who's wheeling a moon coming through in a cloud of darkness. We don't know what happened. Okay, obviously the ramblings of a madman.
I'm going to draw one of my 5 javelins.
Oh,
Don't take the captain. Don't take the captain.
he just
come on,
likes a moving
man.
target.
All right.
You don't got advantage anymore. Come on. Might as well have the guy next to you.
I mean, I don't feel like that's in Orguk's character to not take the easy kill.
Well, thing is, there were a whole bunch of like unconscious guys in the last fight that I just didn't bother with because they weren't fighting back. So this door that's
Also,
that's
yeah.
closed.
That's fair.
I'm going to stand back up onto my hind legs, use my object interaction to bash it with the back of my fist so that it opens back up.
Okay. You see no sign of that bandit. It looks like he might have gotten around some building close by.
He's bleeding, though, so follow the blood trail.
I will. I guess I'll have to track him later. It would put me into a different map.
Mhm.
In which case,
Plus, he has a target option right next to him.
yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna drop the javelin and I'm just going to lunge at this guy out of frustration.
Okay.
Bandit 3.
All right. looks like you are targeted.
Yep, got him targeted.
All right. Your frustration overwhelms you when you go to
You know
claw.
what?
He leans back just slightly, and you gouge the wall.
I'll lend one of my inspirations.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
got that.
Reroll
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I totally forgot to set up Reckless on that.
Oh, you forgot to reckless? Well, should roll again, right?
Well, you have to claim that you're doing a Reckless attack at the beginning of your...
Okay.
Before you do
So-
an attack action.
So reroll the non-reckless attack.
Okay.
There you go.
That is a hit.
All right. Sounds good. 9 damage.
Okay. He attempts
Alright.
that lean back maneuver, but isn't quite far back enough as you rake across the chest.
All right. Because I technically did not Reckless, I'm going to go ahead and roll the other one normally.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
23 is a hit.
Bring it home.
See,
Oh, yes.
Please describe.
All right, so as he leans back, Orguk actually grabs his throat and steps up and picks him up by it, pressing him up against this armor rack.
Yep. His
Yeah,
eyes are going wide as you do this, and he's like, no, 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 no.
And I want to close my fist and bash him in the head with it. I'm
Okay.
going to do this non-lethally.
Okay. So you smack him hyper hard. Are you just hanging him on the rack?
I'm going to toss him. I need to figure out how to ping
Sorry.
something.
Say again.
I'm trying to figure out how to like draw on the map. All right, here. I'm gonna put him here. So I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna toss him over.
That pirate has received a black spot.
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and rush up to the bandit captain.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I have the movement for that.
Oh, absolutely.
sure.
Easy.
You go running through there and kind of pounce off of the organ. towards the
Hardcore.
Yeah. All right.
gap. It makes
Um,
a wrong.
All right. I'm gonna stop there.
All right. Brings us back to the top of the round, and the bandit captain is looking at Lombard. Lombard's looking at the
and,
bandit captain,
You can
Okay.
roll for temporary hit points again.
Thank you.
and Lombard is trying desperately to pull this axe away from his friend. He's like, "Don't worry, I got you. I'll get this axe away from you."
You're completely bypassing the two reptilian type folk over here.
Yeah. Okay. So once I get over there, I would like to say something to them.
Go for it.
I have feasted on many tonight, and I find myself feeling, what is it called? Generous. You can lay down your arms now, and I won't gut you where you stand.
Okay. In response to that, Lombard is like, and then just lets go of the axe. He's like, "You're on your own, friend."
That right there, if he's alive in the future, Draho's recruiting him to the team. That's a guy that knows how to be a minimum wage employee.
Are you setting us up to get a second warehouse?
This guy's gonna run it after we save everything.
Oh, come on.
In a
don't
year
do
and a
that.
half.
He has good self-preservation instincts, which is that's a hireable quality.
Hey,
Well,
don't
let's
give me
be
a
honest.
second warehouse to track until I finish the first.
Being someone that is a commoner, quote unquote, living in the city of adventurers, means one of two things when your warehouse gets attacked. A, it's robbers. At which point, if the robbers are not adventurers, your regular team can mop them up. If the robbers are adventurers, they won't attack you if you're not attacking them.
And he saw us throwing some magics, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm out."
Yep.
I feel like
If
in
you're
a
just
city
robbers,
like
then
this,
so be it.
I feel like in a city like this, adventures are almost seen as like the old Texas Rangers were in the early days of the West when they were first founded, or the Pinkertons. Like, they don't have any true authority outside of a certain area, but people are just like, what? Huh? Adventurers are here. Somebody's doing something wrong, and I'm not getting in the middle of it.
Well, of course
That
they're.
is very accurate for Crow's End. Most of the rest of the city, this sort of shenanigans would get the city watch called on you, and you guys would be screwed.
And of course, Chuck Norris would be the first monk. So
Yeah, I was totally expecting that, like, in about 3 more rounds, we'd have guards on our asses.
Not in Crow's End.
Okay.
we're also in the shit part of town, so this like probably happens weekly.
Yeah, if not nightly.
Okay. So,
Kristen,
Don't you do it.
do it.
So,
Do it.
okay,
So
so
what-
that was just a warning for what's his name, right?
It was warning for
yeah,
anyone who wanted to listen.
Okay, well, I can't let your wonderful organ solo go without percussion. So
No!
well, hold on. I gave
I've worked
the
so hard
bandit
for this.
captain the same offer.
oh, does he seem
So,
like
so what is his response to that?
that's
Ah,
true?
Yeah, he's not up till next turn, but it doesn't look like he's motioning to put his stuff down.
Okay.
Oh, so he's going to the bitter end, huh?
Looks like it.
Okay,
Okay.
That weapon better miss. That weapon better miss.
it's not a weapon; it's a spell.
That spell better miss.
I mean, that's up to him.
Oh, you're not using the spiritual weapon? Oh, don't be. No.
That is
Yes.
a success on that save.
Oh, well, good thing my spiritual weapon is a bonus action.
That is true.
No.
Would you like an inspiration?
No. Use
I
the
mean,
bonus
I
weapon.
can only inspiration my own rolls.
Yeah, that was a save. Can't use it on a save. I learned that.
I can use it on attack though.
Don't. Weapons.
Would you like
suck.
me to buy you
Weapons
a
suck.
reroll?
I have another inspiration in my back pocket, so
Oh,
Which
Don't do it.
might be a good time for it.
don't
inspiration.
do it.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Wow.
Why do I have to draw this?
I
'Cause
have an
draw
extra
once-
inspiration.
No. Draw once Itai, you get to
Are you
kill.
giving me your inspiration?
Do you want it?
Kind of.
Then you can
Why
have
does
it.
everyone conspire against me?
Oh, yours was much
No.
better.
That is a hit.
Come on, do minimum damage and still be standing.
Will it be more than 5? It will be more than 5.
He
Oh.
just had to speak up.
Please describe.
So it's gonna just
And mind you, you have the full scene here. Itai moonwalking in with the hee-hees and the fat. Orguk
Mhm.
bounding over, smacking into that organ, then telling him to drop his weapons. The bandit captain sitting there woozily, like, I can do this. I can do this all day.
I got this.
oh
this.
no Captain Ravens Bluff for you. So the moon starts to spin around like this, like it normally does, but then it goes horizontal and decapitates them.
Okay.
And right before it does that, I'm gonna say, by the power of the moon, I'm gonna punch you.
Okay. Okay. No.
I already did it. Too late.
Wait. Please tell me this character is a Sailor Moon ripoff.
She is not. I just saw that opportunity. I took it.
Oh,
It is now. There's going to be somebody with a top hat coming in soon, so
I was just about to say, next
Boo.
episode you're
Suddenly
going
a rose
to see Itai
slides
in a
in here and we
tuxedo
don't
and a
know
hat.
from where. No. She's inspired by another work of fiction.
Yeah, I know, I got that. Just on the name.
I suppose I'll get off the organ now.
okay.
No.
The
I like you read the
moon
silence.
slices through him. He turns momentarily to look at you and then kind of swoons. And it does that. Head falls off the back while the body falls forward.
I do a quick pose.
Okay. There's an odd flash from the window.
No paparazzi.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Someone's out there. What did we? Does anyone see it? Where it came from?
Just an odd flash coming out the east window.
Hold on. Am I by that window?
You are.
Okay.
Well, then we're both by it. Do either of us get a chance to see anything?
Other than the flash, there's nothing out there but rubble and other buildings. Or not rubble, but cobblestone.
Did it seem like a magical effect?
Potentially. Could have been like a light spell turning on and immediately turning off.
I say we investigate.
Okay.
Have to.
Okay.
And that is where the screen fades to black.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Good
We will
place
pick
to
this
end
up in our next episode. As
Created by
always, thank you
people.
to you guys for coming in and playing, and to those out there watching. See you in another week.
See ya.